Good evening, everybody. Coming to you live on our way to the Magic Kingdom. We are not quite there. We had to pause for, waiting for the previous monorail to get out of the station. So we were hanging out at the Contemporary for a minute, but we are almost to the Magic Kingdom. You can see the castle in the distance through the trees. Good evening, good evening. There it is. There's the castle. We'll be inside in just a couple minutes. So things work a little differently as you're getting to the Magic Kingdom if you're later in the day, so just something to keep in mind. Hello, how are you doing today? It's a little flip around. It's not as interesting to you now. They don't have as many spots open for getting your temp checked. But that's okay because there aren't as many people coming in. So we got to park in literally the very front row on the villain side because they were filling back in. So that kind of worked out pretty well. Chris is here with me. He's just finishing up on a post. There are actually quite a few people that got on. We were a little surprised considering how late in the day it is. Perhaps some of them are coming back after being gone for an afternoon break or whatnot. Let's see. Considering that you're not able to park hop, you know that if they were at a park earlier today, it was this park, so.
Make it out of tape measure. Right. You might need to buy a snack. How you did?
That was interesting.
Stop the line to let people through?
Yeah, he did. He stopped the line to let people over to the monorail side, even though they do actually have a separate line for that. Right.
Let's go, buddy.
So you can see over there, that's the line for people who are getting on the monorail. On the other side of that little fence. And at this time of the day, they do funnel you all the way over to the other side to enter into the park. It was a little tight. Quite a few people. It has been busier today, as it has been actually, honestly, for the last few weeks. Just another line Chris just pointed out. And you can see over to the right as well, these are the individuals waiting to get onto the ferry boat. It seems like they're really take and load one side and then the other. So they load like they sort you, and everyone going upstairs goes to the right and everyone to the left, or downstairs goes to the left. So if you have a stroller or you have a wheelchair, you go to that side. But let's see, where are we gonna scan in? It's time to scan in.
Well, hello and welcome. You're up.
Yay, it worked. We just renewed our annual passes for Chris and I. The kids do not come up yet, so we finally reached the end of our extension. So we had to renew this past weekend. So we're paying annual pass holders once again.
Nice, cool fall evening.
I cannot emphasize enough how very pleasant the temperature is right now. It is
Honestly, guys, if this was a normal
so nice.
this is a normal year, you bet your bottom dollar there would be a Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party coming just in what, an hour and a half, when the park would actually be closing, and only in a half an hour, because last year they started to close the park at 6 o'clock.
Yep, to give a cushion.
As a cushion. 6 o'clock, the park would close. People would meander. Some people were coming in for the party. Other people were leaving. 7 o'clock, the Not So Scary would start.
That's very true.
So it kind of has that feeling of this is about the magic time that would happen normally.
At the end of the line for them. They are actually
Oh, do you guys see that? That is the line to get the confectionery. So if you wanted to get in and get some treats, you got to wait in line. A little bit of a wait.
This is what we're seeing commonly at the end of the day in the parks, which is why we say, especially if you're staying on property and you're going to be here for several days, buy the things you think you want early in the day and let them deliver them to your resort for you.
Or just buy them earlier in the day and be done with it.
Yes.
Normally when we do live streams, we tend to like to do merchandise shopping early to show you guys what's out there. But tonight we started a little late because we wanted to kind of split some time tonight. So we're going to go and have a little bit of fun here in the Magic Kingdom. And then we're going to go check out, I don't know, we might even go over to do some resort hopping.
Definitely.
Because there are some places we haven't taken you guys before, at least not on live streams, and we wanted to share that experience tonight. And just because the park closes at 7 doesn't mean we have to stop having fun at 7. So thank you for joining us tonight here on our Friday Night Fun live stream. Do us a favor, if you're having a great time, anytime you find this to be entertaining, please give us a thumbs up. Let us know. We love the feedback. And also join us in the comments. Let us know where you're from, especially if you're joining us for the first time. Welcome. Talking about the confectionery line, this is the line over here for the Emporium.
And it is not short.
And look at this.
Andrew
It's
wants to
way
know
on back
which
there.
ride is the one for this evening.
I don't know, what would be our lucky ride tonight?
What do you guys want to ride? You guys have a request? Let me check wait time.
Somebody said check some wait time, see what we're like. We're still looking at the back end. We're just now getting to the back end of the line to wait to get into the Emporium, which is funny.
Well, it's interesting. They are, this is the end,
Yeah.
kind of like they do with
Cast member is back here having the sign. Now it's funny because 4 years ago, during the 45th anniversary, on October 1st, that would have been 4 years and a day. I wanted to get some merchandise. The only way to get into that merchandise was to go into the Emporium, into a line here, which I actually had to join right up there and then make my way all the way down to the end, into the back entrance of the Emporium, and come halfway back up. It took me about 2 hours to wait. And I tell people, I said, this is no exaggeration, but I really just wanted the I Was There trading pin. If you guys follow us on Instagram, Facebook, you saw I posted a picture that yesterday I was able to grab 2 pins, one for me, one for a friend of mine. Craig was not able to be here, so I was gracious to say I'll get you one, don't worry about it. You can only buy 2 per person. I waited for 2 hours, I walked up, 3 in the bin left. There were only 3 left. After waiting 2 hours, I was that close to not getting any pin at all. So I got a pin, Craig got a pin, and I'm very happy to have that pin, but I was very close to not getting it. I can imagine waiting 2 hours and then not getting it at all. So
Jungle Cruise is 25 minutes, Pirates is 45 minutes, Splash Mountain is 35 minutes.
who was there and enjoy the. So thank you, DMAC Gaming. Appreciate it. Glad you could join us tonight. We're going to be doing an actual extended tour tonight because the park's only open till 7. So after we leave the park tonight, we're going to go over to one of the Disney resorts and share a little bit of that with you as well. So if you've never been to, let's say maybe the Grand Floridian, I don't know,
On Adventure,
go check it out. 60-minute wait for the Haunted Mansion, huh?
Yes, indeed.
That's a rough one.
30-minute wait for It's a Small World, 25 minutes for Peter Pan, 20-minute wait for the carousel, and we won't ride that because we don't want you to puke. We've got a 15-minute wait for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, a 15-minute wait for Ariel Under the Sea, a 10-minute wait for Dumbo, and a 10-minute wait for the Barnstormer.
Well, while you're at it, I'm going to this too. So take
Okay.
my picture over there. Get out.
So what are you thinking?
What are you guys in the mood for?
So we came in tonight, we saw the parking toll booth. I just posted a picture of it over on Instagram and Facebook, and it looks as though the new paint job on the parking booth plaza, the toll booth plaza, is going to be the same looking blue that we have here. It has gold accents, but the gold accents on the parking booth are the yellow, not actual gold, but just more of a golden yellow. But it's very similar to what we're looking at here, except for the more of the yellow look to it. So
Yep, and I think they may not be fully finished with the gold. It appears like the far left gold was a slightly different shade than the one next to it, and that was yet different shade from the one to the right of that one. So they appear to be layering on the color. So we'll see what.
we'll see how it goes and how it progresses. Every time we come through, we'll take more pictures for you guys so you see what it looks like. But this is your live view from the Magic Kingdom this evening. Cinderella's Castle.
DMAT Gaming begs, please, 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 can we do Splash Mountain? Andrew has put in a vote for Dumbo. Hello, DMAT Gaming, by the way. They're back.
Colin says Big Thunder or Small World, Peter Pan. All right,
I
so
did misread the time, by the way, on Splash Mountain. It is actually 15 minutes.
minutes.
Yes. So if we ride that one, very possibly it may be all that we ride.
Okay.
Just to keep that in mind. By the time we walk over there, if that timing is accurate.
Well, let's head in that direction. I'm like to see some of the other votes we had on here. Colin had said either Peter Pan, Big Thunder, or Small World. DMAC is Splash Mountain. Andrews is Dumbo.
That one says Pirates. Haunted Mansion is actually one of the longest wait times right now, Colin.
Oh, Haunted Mansion's always favorite. We got a duck cavalcade over here.
We do.
Here's our friend. All the ducks.
Just hoping somebody will share some snacks with them. They're not picky. Pretzels, popcorn, they eat it all.
They're just looking for a nighttime meal. Bless you. Speaking of our bird friends,
It's our Florida pigeons.
they're all lined up in a row.
They are. That's funny. They're all getting a drink. At the same time.
I'm gonna try to get you guys some more screenshots in case you guys need some wallpaper. You can tell, see, we try to keep everything relevant, fresh, and new. Anything we post, usually it's the same day, but it's nice to be able to say, well, this is what it looks like right now. Nice clouds.
It is a gorgeous day, guys. So,
DMAC Gaming said Gazoon Height.
thank you. Yeah, no, allergies still exist, even in COVID.
Well, those,
I'm not sick.
Iwani says those ducks would chill because they have annual passes. And I think those ducks would chill because they have reservations for every single
I
day.
was going to say,
There's more ducks over there over by Sleepy Hollow. You guys can see them.
They're very hopeful.
They are all the ever present. They don't ever have to worry about whether or not they can get into the Magic Kingdom. Every single day.
They've got their
They can make it.
reservation in place every day.
They don't even care about park
They
reservations.
can even park hop.
Well, they park fly.
That's true.
So, are they prepared for doing outside lines for the Christmas store? Whoa, they got ducks everywhere tonight.
The Christmas shop is a favorite for us. Favorite for me, anyways. People in, there's not an out.
They just have a couple people there like they're getting ready to start
Very
counting.
closely monitoring.
It could get crazy anytime now. So is the riverboat running tonight? If so, it's
I don't know. They have
another
someone
15 minutes.
standing right
It's not there. It's probably halfway in between. Oh, look at that turkey leg she's got. That's a big turkey leg. I'm finding here lately. Oh yes, they do. We have a riverboat here, the Liberty Bell. It takes off every half hour, which the fact that it's 50 means it's probably about halfway through. It's a turnabout around the island, Tom Sawyer Island. So we will be seeing it here shortly, probably within the next 5 to 10 minutes. We'll see it pop in. But hello, I'm loving the clouds. The clouds are pretty awesome. Shall we? Let's get on the back side of our PhotoPass photographer friend here. So I think we won't get in their way.
It is a gorgeous day. The weather is sunny, no chance of rain.
D-Mac is on the beach right now.
Oh.
Oh, the beach life.
Let's trade places. I'm gonna hang on the beach.
Yeah, well, hey, matter of fact, next Friday, you come do the thing for us here and we'll go hang out on the beach.
I have some agent friends right now that are doing an inspection in Cancun of resorts this weekend. And I am so jealous until I found out there's like a tropical depression that's getting ready to hit them. It's going to rain all weekend. Otherwise, until then I was quite jealous.
Great lighting here.
It is pretty. I think we've officially hit that magic hour.
Yeah, we're getting kind of to the twilight area of the sunset. So I'm glad you guys could join us again. We're going to be hanging out here for the next hour and 15 minutes till the park closes, a few minutes after the park closes, and then we're going to try to make our way over to one of the Disney resorts and take you guys on a virtual tour there. We try to keep our streams to be about 3 hours so that it's not too long. And I thought, well, let's split the time tonight between the park and one of the resorts. So thank you guys for joining us. I'm kind of surprised that they're still loading and unloading over here at Tom Sawyer Island. I thought they would have been now. All right, so now this is actually referred to as Frontierland. It's one of the lands here in the Magic Kingdom. And of course, this area is the Tom Sawyer Island, which is found in Frontierland. We're expecting that Frontier's going to start, Tom Sawyer's going to start closing down here. Oh no, it's boring on the beach. I'm so sorry. Oh, happy. We are, yeah, we need on the beach. They need maybe Mickey and Minnie building a sandcastle or something, or Stitch. He does really well on the beach, so long as you don't get him in the water. So, look what they're doing. They're actually parking the Tom Sawyer Island watercraft, which is cool to see.
They do have 3.
So, this is the Becky Thatcher. Now, if you guys weren't aware, Becky Thatcher and the Huck Finn does most of the work, and Tom Sawyer just kind of tricks them into doing it for him. So, Taylor says she's going to be back in just in the midst of it, in the midst of the Halloween. So,
Let's try and get a picture of the boat.
oh. And just the peak of the castle right there in the background. I love those kind of multi-layered shots, you know? You can see a little bit of some foreground and something in the background. You know what? I was just kind of let's go check out Splash Mountain. You know what? We had a few early votes for that. So Andrew says the rivers of America are going to be drained tomorrow or Sunday.
Really?
Yeah. So it's funny what people find when they find out what happens underneath the water here. All right, let me get a quick. These boats are running in empty. Hey, the boats are running empty, which means either one or two things. Either something's going on with the ride and they're doing some testing, or two, they've just disinfected the boats and they will spray them down with disinfectant and then run them one trip through to let them dry.
That could explain the more extended wait.
Could have something to do with it, yes.
Yeah. 'Cause this wait was very long, comparatively speaking.
Yep, they're still running empty, so I have a feeling they're going through the cleaning cycle because they are still running, so that's good.
I wonder how many boats have already run empty. Oh, people! There
Oh, people on there? Boom. All right, we're good. All right. We'll head that direction. So let me guys know, well, how was your week this week? This is kind of a rough week as far as news overall for theme parks and the like. It was a hard week, I think. I hope you guys survived well. It was rough emotionally and physically and mentally and everything. So
We have
I hope
friends that were directly impacted by the negative news, so we're definitely feeling for everyone involved.
yeah, there's lots of people who unfortunately got the news that they will not be returning to work anytime in the near future to the current layoffs with Disney, and that's it's hard to hear and hard to deal with, especially the fact that there's lots of fights right now going on with California. Oh, that is the line. Whoa! All right, let's find the back of the line. I can see the sign. I'm questioning the 50 minutes. It seems unlikely that this is only 50.
My other question is let's say it's like
All right, so
if you get in a line before 7 o'clock and you're still okay, right?
so
Sorry.
another cool screenshot right there.
Every time you go to get in a ride. Yeah.
Hello, Morgan.
Have fun, guys.
Oh, that was my shot.
Oh well.
She just walked away with my shot.
Yes, she did. It's a little difficult to maintain that physical distancing when there's no markers on the ground.
There's no markers. How do you know?
You just have to guesstimate, and if you make it too big, people will cut in front of you. So it's tricky. Very tricky. The line does seem to be moving now at a decent pace, which makes me think that we're probably right, and it was, in fact, a cleaning cycle. And now that it's reopened, they are rapidly moving everyone onto a boat. You know what? In Disneyland, they have been waiting for guidance from the state, and they have not given them that guidance yet. In fact, the governor has said that he will be delaying it further, and whatever they're going through, Bob, who was it that was on the...
Iger.
Bob Iger was so frustrated with the
So yeah, Bob Iger.
process that he actually left their...
Bob Iger was on the task force to help for the reopening of the state for business and economic purposes, to represent and give ideas for the Disney parks. The state's guidelines were so stringent that the people were hearing about it inside the task force and the like were begging the governor to not to release them until they can re-talk them out. Because basically, if they had released them today, they were so stringent that Disneyland would not really be able to comply in such a way that would be profitable for them. So that's we're gonna wait a while. But I'd rather wait and be better for what Disney needs than to come out and still be something that can't be used. So
If you live in California right now and you want Disney to be open, now would be the time to get in touch with your governor's office and just let them know how you feel.
exactly, let your case be known.
They
'Cause
work for you.
we have been open here for the past 3 months successfully. So the idea that somehow it can't be done safely, it seems like, what's a good word for Splash Mountain? Hogwash. So,
I want what they had. I don't know what that was. That's what I want.
It was a rider switch.
I'll pretend I have one. That was a rider switch.
They had kids.
You
They
have kids?
in their group that were too
so one
small to
parent
ride,
rides
and
with,
they had to-
one parent goes through the entire wait and then comes back out, swaps with the other parent, and they go through the faster line.
So someone has to do the
Yes.
long wait.
So somebody had to wait in line.
Yes. Although I will tell you, we did that in Universal.
All right, so we're still showing at 50 minutes, so we'll see if that really is at that.
Yeah.
And here, let me hand this back to you for the moment.
I think Megan's on to be our official timekeeper.
Let's say, yeah, we don't have an official timekeeper at the moment.
Nope. Hello. Oh, that's way too close to my face. I am so sorry, guys. Nobody wants to see my face that close. Oh, the Country Bear Jamboree. That is a classic. Definitely a classic.
Oh, here we go.
I am live. I am live. Oh, cool.
Well, I'm sorry if you do. I apologize.
I was going to say we're kind of incognito.
So, like right now, we are live on YouTube. So, anyone who wants to join in the stream.
So if they
we take
can't
them on
be here,
rides.
they can kind of tag along with us.
2 or 3
So-
times a week, we come to the parks and we just take everybody along with us. So, no.
No. All right.
See? All right,
So-
there we go.
There's a here.
Hey, we've got lines
There's
now.
no line. Yeah, but there was like a big break in the line there. Okay, now we got a line again, an official marking to tell us where we are supposed to stand. As we were just, not very many right now, just like 20.
About 20 at
Yeah.
the moment.
Yeah, not very
This
many.
varies between 20, 30, 70.
I said, oh, not very many, 2,800. I'm like,
Oh no, we would be. That would be amazing. So if you guys want to help us with that, invite all your friends. 28 to 2,800. We could totally do that. We could
Yeah, when
totally
we
do
get to that, we'll get to that. We'll be here every day.
So as we were just discussing with them, as you guys know, if you're regular watchers, we do not get paid to do this. This is a labor of love for all of you. So we appreciate any support you give us. And that can happen in many different ways. You can give us a super chat. We love those. Those go right back into the cost of coming in here and all the yummy treats that we show you guys and special experiences that we do. Or the easiest way to give us money, because it doesn't actually cost you a dime, is the next time you decide that you are ready to book travel, any kind of travel, but definitely Disney or Universal, you just give us a call and get in touch with us and let us assist you with your travel needs. It costs the same as booking direct with those vendors. And then after our clients travel, those vendors pay us a small fee. And so it's a win-win situation. You get our experience and we are at your beck and call. We do offer concierge level service to all of our clients and help them with all their needs. And you pay the same price. So it's a win-win.
I just wanted to make sure I put this. Now, if you guys aren't on to the link tree,
Yep.
and so if that's something you would be interested in, if you're on Instagram, you'll notice it. It's on our profile page. All you have to do is click that link on our profile page. It takes you to our link tree. I just try to make it easy. So if there's any time we have any blogs, any live streams, any new videos, like our video from last Sunday where we went to see Minnie's Hollywood Dine at Hollywood and Vine and Hollywood Studios. You can just find that link and that everything will be there. So
we do live stream, but we do also do certain experiences that start practical for live stream when we just make a video so that we can edit together all the important things and kind of compile them together in a more structured format so you don't have to watch the same characters go by.
it's Bespoke Magic Trips.
Oh, hello, hello.
Hello, happy Friday. Oh, it's ¿Cómo se dice en español Friday?
You should know this. You should know this.
En viernes? No? Lunes? No, martes? That's, I'll get it. I'll get it. It is viernes. It is viernes. I was right. Okay. It's been a while. Got to remind myself every once in a while. It's funny. I do much better written than I do sometimes verbal. So, hola. Thank you for joining us, Bespoke.
Yes,
Good to see
we're so
you.
glad you could tag along with us tonight.
We're in the last hour here at the Magic Kingdom. Why do we start so late? Is because, well, we wanted to do a little bit of things outside of the park as well. So
We thought you guys might like to visit a resort, maybe even two. We'll see how our time goes. But
So once we get done here, we're going to walk out. We're going to do a little bit of walking, a little bit of riding, and we'll take you guys over for a little virtual tour. Hopefully we'll have better connectivity this time. The last time we went to the Poly,
yeah, I'm
I
saying
don't know.
let's not go to the Poly.
That
this
was
time.
weird. I don't know what it was, but
not.
as soon as I stepped out of the Great Ceremonial House, it's like there was a block.
It
I'm like,
felt like our signal was blocked. Like it wasn't
Just-
even that we had no signal. Like it literally just went
Shoop. I'm like, what in the world happened?
from
And it
like,
happened
tons
3
of
times.
signal to no signal. Yes, it was very strange.
And it's like I can't figure out what that was. So I don't know, maybe that might not be the situation anymore, but we at least wanted to take you guys around. So we're gonna have some fun here in the Magic Kingdom, do a little bit of merchandise watching and stuff like that, and then we're gonna go at least one of the monorail resorts and kind of give you guys a tour of that and see what it looks like. And because the park's closed at 7 doesn't mean we have to stop having fun at 7. So
I have already put my vote in for the Grand Floridian because it did just reopen and all the
It is.
fences are down and I just want to walk in there again.
it was nice to have the fences down too.
Yes.
So we were actually coming around the outside when we saw a lot of workers one afternoon.
Yes.
They were piling up on the road outside of the resorts.
The fences.
And I told Susan, I said, I know what they're here for. They're going to take those fences down.
And it was amazing how fast they got it done.
So,
I
and
will
that's
say
exactly
this,
what it was.
Disney is efficient.
So if you guys weren't aware of the
They
fact
need
that while the
something to get
NBA was still here, they had put up fencing with silt coverings all over the Floridian. So it kind of split the resort in half.
Yes, it was like unpleasantly split.
So it was really kind of cool to see that come down again and kind of open back up.
Yep.
And so I thought that might be a good resort to come over and share with you guys. And I don't know. So let me know who's watching, who's actually been inside the Grand Floridian. Let me know if you stayed at the Grand Floridian
Oh, we had
and who's never been.
there.
So I'd like to know. I'm curious to see if you've never been to the Grand Floridian at all.
We've hung out with friends that were staying there, so we're really pretty familiar with the rooms, honestly, because we have friends that they consider that their home,
Yes.
and that's where they always stay. But we have never stayed there personally,
So Iwani said it's never been there. So there's one who's never been. So definitely stick around with us for that tour.
we need to put it on our bucket list, just to stay there so we can say that we have. I'm going to be honest, I think it's a gorgeous resort, but it kind of makes me feel like when you visit like that grandmother that makes you mind all your P's and Q's and you better for certain sure.
Oh yeah,
See
our
another
line.
mark.
We're not behind another mark yet.
That you better keep your feet off the table and sit just so. It's gorgeous though. Like at Christmas time, love to visit there.
So Carrie was just there in
House.
January. Now, just because we haven't stayed there in a room on a regular basis doesn't mean much because we spent quite a bit of time at the Grand Floridian. A lot of time. During the holidays, not the holidays, we eat there quite often. So very familiar with the overall, just the resort itself. So that's kind of, no surprises there. But
Sunday, we are going to be. We're not be going live. It's really early in the morning, and I don't want to thank you guys. trek with us first thing, but we're going to be starting out our day at Ale and Compass. And I have eaten there several times since the remodel, but Chris has never eaten there, so this will be a fun little, it's just the two of us. And then spend some time in Epcot. We have a
we're going to be spending
pass there.
We're going to be spending some time in Epcot.
Just to walk over
A couple of new
after
things that have
breakfast.
opened up in Epcot. The donut box opened up today.
Yes.
So we'll have to go check that out. We actually were planning on going to be in Epcot this morning. We last minute changed our minds.
We hadn't been in Magic Kingdom for a while and we were missing it.
Yeah, we did a live stream from
we
Epcot
thought
last
you guys
Friday.
might be missing it too. You know.
So it's but we'll be hitting Epcot some, and we'll be sharing some of that on Sunday. But I'm curious to see. I really want to go into the area at the yacht club because we've got some inside information about some things coming at the yacht club.
Yes.
We want to go check it out and share it with you guys
yes,
as well.
That was our other motivation for Sunday. So we're really excited to pop in there, have breakfast, see what there is to see. We're hoping there is something to see.
I'm watching my lines here,
It's hard.
my P's and Q's.
They're
This is a
because they're so close.
sometimes they're here and sometimes they're not, so you just gotta watch them.
This is the kind of line that you need to wait for the person in front of you to move first and then move. Or you'll get yourself stuck in between the lines. That's always awkward.
All right. Shoot. I'll pop this back in here.
Hello, Saving for Disney. How are you doing today? Remain at Disney. We're here all the time and we miss it. So we know that other people don't.
I mean, we felt bad when we haven't been to them. Before this whole park reservation thing happened, it was not unlikely for us.
Park every day.
I would park hop pretty much almost at least every other day. I'd hit 2 parks. So it wasn't that long before in between parks we could go and see everything. Now they say that, well, it's been a week since I've been in a Magic Kingdom just because of the availability. I can only go to 1 park each day anyway. So, and right now as pass holders, it's really difficult.
We only are allowed to make 3 at a time.
We can only make 3 at a time. We try to do live streams for you guys. Skipper Bob, how's it going this evening?
Hi, Skipper Bob.
We can only go to 3 parks at a time. And if we go too far out as far as getting our park reservations, then we can get weekends or something like that. But because we try to do stuff during the week as well to give you guys a little bit of Disney magic throughout the week, it's hard to get weekends because you have to plan ahead so far ahead to get them. So
It is difficult. Lately, those are busier. Those are the harder days for us to get. So
there are cute birdhouses all throughout this line.
yes,
I was going to
so
turn this around,
many
look at the
cute
little,
birdhouses.
you see a little birdhouse right over here? Actually, that's the exit to the ride right there. You can see them loading and unloading right over there.
Yep. In the distance.
And there's one of your little birdhouses. There's some more over here in the trees. So no, not associated with the Tiki Room.
No.
Just really cool because of the little birds that they have on the ride itself.
On Splash Mountain, yeah, all the little animals they have. These follow that same pattern. The same
So
design.
Bespoke wanted to know if tomorrow we're going to be at Hollywood Studios to see the last performance of the Disney Society Orchestra. No, we did actually see them Wednesday. And we were by the society there. And we're not going to get to see them. I think we've seen our last performance of theirs. It's just sad to think that
It is sad.
that they have been together for as long as they have been and are not able to return. Not only are they not able to return to the Grand Floridian, especially since it's reopened. That's the one thing that's hard. But the fact that they can't even continue to play at Hollywood Studios.
I think that's a squirrel house.
A squirrel house. Because
Yes.
it's got the acorns.
And almonds and peanuts and all nuts. I could be wrong, but I think that.
Well. Look over here.
Oh,
It's a well. well.
silly.
Of course it doesn't. It's not very deep well. It's covered at the moment.
It would be cool if these were actually homes for the ducks. That would be awesome.
Skipper Bob says, don't need to worry about weekends if your passes don't allow for weekend visits.
Oh, yes.
You know what?
That is true.
let's go. So, Skipper Bob, we just renewed our passes on Sunday. They are brand new passes. You know, I don't really have an option. We've got to continue to come into the parks and continue to share with you guys. So it's not like there's a choice. But you know what? There was a small half millisecond thought in my mind that says, you know what? I can't ever seem to get a pass for a Saturday or Sunday to save my life. So I'm not sure why we're paying for a full pass if there are no water parks. So you can't get the Platinum Plus. They don't even offer that right now because the water parks are closed. The first one will reopen in March of 2021. We don't know if it's going to be Blizzard Beach or Typhoon Lagoon. So like I said, just for a second I thought, you know what? We could save ourselves a lot of money if we only got a weekday pass.
But
they just,
the day we renewed, we were able to get Hollywood Studios on the day of.
That's true.
It just opened up. Like literally, we were like, oh my gosh, it's open. Like we were like
Mazel tov.
10 o'clock in the morning and it opened for the day. So
you can every once in a while get a pass, just just out of the blue.
Yes.
So we weren't going to completely cut it out.
No.
But no, that is something that we thought about just for the idea of saving a little bit of money. Whew, hey, look at that! I've got a knot.
You do have a knot.
I do not. I do not know how to tie a knot that a knot. So we're almost to the front of getting into the building here.
Almost. We're almost.
There's so many wraparounds in this line.
Of course, this is like in and back out again.
Yeah, you go inside here and you come right back over here. So,
Lots of cute costumes today.
yes, we need to. I still think we need to come and dress up one day.
We did.
It's October now. We should be dressing up.
Right?
What the question is, what are we going to dress up as? So our friends over on Instagram, John Meets World and Taylor Meets World, they do such a great job with custom-made do-it-yourself costumes. And this year, they did their own. They do such a great job. Sometimes they have several costume sets throughout the year for their Not So Scary. And they did Finding Nemo the musical with some friends. So I think there was a total of 5 of them. And those were so great. And they even made the little puppets as well. So I'd love to be able to do something like that. But if I was holding a puppet, I couldn't hold the camera. Maybe we should have something where the camera itself is the puppet. Who knows? That would be a cute way of, dealing with the camera. So who we've got here? Iris Bell. Hi, good evening. Welcome to the Magic Kingdom. We're about to walk in here to the Splash Mountain. So be prepared. There's a 50-foot plunge ahead. There is a warning. You will get wet. One way or the other. You may get wet is the warning. So Skipper Bob wants to know, would I try the Tipsy Duck over at Epcot? She doesn't know what the Tipsy Duck is.
I don't. Is it a drink?
It is a drink. It has everything in it except for a fountain, except for a soda. It's brown.
Like a Long Island iced
It's brown. I mean, it's like a brownish drink. I looked at it and I'm like,
It
doesn't look like, oh my gosh, I got to drink that. It looks like, oh my gosh, I got to pour this out. So, but
A Long Island iced tea has a lot of stuff in it, but it tastes good in the end.
But Skipper Bob says it tastes really great. He really enjoyed it, and it was sort of a hidden gem. I'd not heard of it before, so we may have to look into it. The Tipsy Duck. So what location was that at again? The Tipsy Duck. Flip it around here. Iris Bell loves your ears, by the way. They are the 2020 ears that came out this year.
They're my favorites. If someone wants to get them now, they are.
Yeah, buy one, get one. Brer Fox, Brer Rabbit, Brer Bear. All right, Skipper Bob says they are the tea cart in China. The tea cart. You know, where you were talking about getting the boba tea and all that?
Yes, where the line was long.
Yeah, it was really long.
Get boba tea.
Yeah. I didn't realize. So I may have to check that out. Tipsy duck. Huh. I just wish the duck wasn't so brown. It just kind of looks like, you know, you gave your kid, you know, free reign in the fridge to make you something to drink and they poured everything in there. You may get wet. I love this liability through a cute sign. It's a coffee, it's a chocolate coffee drink, so I may have to try that. So, Susan's not a coffee drinker. I saw someone who was following us on Instagram, and I saw on their account, they make a 3D printed plaques like this, and they hand paint them. Oh, it looked awesome. I was really impressed. I was like, you know, before the ride gets completely refurbished, it might be cool to have a sign like this in the house. If you guys know anyone else who does some really quality work with that sign, with a sign reproduction, let us know. You can see, let me show you guys the line out here again, because it's get a good view of it. That was the line we just came through. We don't have our official timekeeper tonight. I don't know how long we've been in line. Looks like about 20 minutes.
Go back. Can't see around the corner.
There's a line right there.
I know, but they're right, just like right
Oh,
on the other side.
okay.
Yeah.
Bespoke says we should visit the character warehouse soon. We haven't actually been since it reopened.
We haven't yet. You don't know why?
Because it's been insanely crazy. Okay, it has moved. All right, move it up. It's been really crazy to the point of it's been like 2-hour waits to get into the character warehouse. And
We've seen like friends and acquaintances that have posted the deals for certain items. Like there's some items still here in the park that are also available there. And on initial inspection, it appears that price is pretty awesome until you factor in the AP discount, which you
yeah, you don't get an annual pass discount at the character warehouse. Right now, we get a 30% off right now, so we're taking advantage of that.
Yes, but that doesn't mean we can't just go show you. You know what though? There's zero signal there. So
Yeah, that's the other thing. We can never do a live stream at the character warehouse. We have no service whatsoever. It's terrible. So we've actually videoed before and shared it, but
although I did hear recently they're not letting bloggers.
well, in the past, they wouldn't let bloggers into it. They wouldn't let them do live streams and stuff inside the character warehouse, which I can kind of understand. You know what? If I'm trying to run a business, I got a bunch of people over here flashing cameras everywhere. It's hard to get stuff done.
They're assuming that maybe there would be fast passes. They have them split apart.
All right, I'm going to take my hat off. Put those away.
Thank you. All right, number 5 is our row. Oh, we're in the front. Sometimes that can be a good thing, and sometimes that can be a bad thing. Chris is locking up the jungle skipper backpack so we don't lose anything. Let's see. Somebody noted our time. We entered the line at 5:56 and it's 6:20. So that's not bad.
That's not bad at all for a 50-minute posted wait. That's an awesome wait time. Yep, that's the wet seat. That's the soggy bottom right there. Ow.
Sorry.
That's a. Okay, that's good.
For you.
I'm going with you.
Awesome. Jump on in.
Woo-hoo!
Good evening, Megan.
Hi, Megan.
Welcome to the ride.
If we drop on you for a minute, just
Hey,
sit tight.
it's okay, Love Disney World. If they're cast members, we'd love to have them ride with us.
That's right. Somebody had left their ears in and she was reaching.
She was doing an ear rescue.
Yeah.
Remember to keep your hands, arms, and feet inside the vehicle at all times. Ooh.
Good bread box and bread bag.
Major love for the CMs, yes. You guys are just joining us. You're on the front row here. Splash Mountain. Let's do a little foreshadowing.
That's what we're gonna be doing.
Woohoo! They still have the spray turned off. So thank you guys for watching this afternoon. Having a little fun with us here in the Magic Kingdom. It means a lot to us that you spend some time with us. You guys are the reason we do this. And those guys too.
No sinking.
So
That is right, Megan. We do not.
I'm okay if it sinks because we're streaming.
He thinks that would be fun. We get to go out the special backway. I'd rather not be in a sunken boat.
Hey, if our boat starts to sink, I need you guys to give us a thumbs up.
Share it with all your friends. That would be share-worthy right there. Oh boy.
Oh,
Woo!
splash.
Oh my.
Boom, boom, boom.
Ritter Elixir. It cures fleas, flat feet, and fur balls.
Woo, that is wet in the seat.
Yes, I wasn't lying.
Look, I can see the castle. I can see the castle. I think we all need a castle view tonight. We're coming on pretty well. Pretty shit, where's your boy? All right, here we go, castle view. Over the top of the cheese. No, 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 oh no. Denied.
Sorry. Okay, here comes our first real fall.
All right, time for some slip and falls, guys.
Hope you don't mind getting wet. Here we go.
Everybody use Goofy Scream. I'm gonna get splashed. I'm gonna get splashed. I didn't get splashed.
I love the little tidal wave that always follows.
Yeah, a little wave that pushes you. We're about to get our tidal wave behind us.
Yeah, very fast.
Everybody's hoping we sink the boat.
Oh! Fingers crossed. Just for you guys. I'll do it for you guys.
Daddy, come on. How you come on, everybody?
How do you do?
Always up.
How do you do? Say it when you meet me. How do you do? When everyone's in it, then you do it alone. My hands up his shoulder. Everything else is very well.
Around. All right, will we see Bear Rabbit up to the left here? There he is. He's out tonight. Woohoo! All right, don't look, guys. It's a bare bottom. Don't look. This is a family channel. All right, who wants to go to the laughing place? I think everyone needs a laughing place right about this week. Try to be careful.
Oh boy, to the laughing place. There's gonna be anything.
All right, here we go.
Your laughing place.
Uh-oh. Woo! Woo!
Oh,
That was a bump.
yeah.
Oh! You have my phone? All right. Couldn't find it. No. Well, it's rather dark tonight. It's spooky. Spooky.
But I'm afraid you're too late. Laughing place? We've got your laughing place right up here. So you're looking for the laughing place.
Light. This isn't too cold, Scoop.
Laughing place. Time to turn it around. If only you could.
Hang on to your hat, folks.
But whatever you do, please don't bring me back right, man.
Whoa, we stopped. Ah! Oh, that was a nice little extra splash at the end.
Oh my god.
A bonus splash.
Oh my goodness.
Ah.
No. I don't like this. Oh, my mouth is so wet. And my eyeballs. I got the bromine water in my eyes.
Your eyeball is wet.
I got the water in my
Your eyeball's supposed to be wet.
Not with bromine.
People have to get
Not supposed to have
people
bromine
get
in
prescriptions at a doctor to keep their eyeballs from being dry.
They don't have bromine in them.
Oh, bromine's good for you.
No. Oh,
Now let's
hot.
just not stop at the waterfall.
Yeah, there's a lot of, yeah, you're gonna get wet.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Yeah. Keep it going. Keep moving. And we're walking. And we're walking. Keep walking, people.
We're not walking.
Why are we so slow? Keep going.
Oh my god.
Ah. And we're walking. Okay. Woo. Man.
Woo. That was some odd drops. I don't know if it was.
It stopped for like half a second at the top.
Yes, that was some
Everything is valid. Yes. Get moving on now.
It's where I want to run it. The rock
That's just where I'm headed.
zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. I'm walking around, I'm sure all the slaves. I told you, baby, there were no signs from the trouble.
Home sweet home is the lesson today.
Don't you worry, Mr. Bluebird. I learned my lesson. If I comes with you, boy, I'll just be looking to stay.
Anybody else learn their lesson today? What is our lesson today? What's our lesson for today? First lesson, always take your hat off on Splash Mountain. Woo. Oh, we keep getting bumped.
Skipper Bob says that this is a perfect ride for a hot day like last week.
Last week. Not now.
At least we're not at Universal. Their rides say you will get wet, but they really should say you will get soaked until there is nothing dry. That's what they should say.
Wet. It's wet.
It's wet?
It's wet.
Uh-oh. Don't cry, my phone.
It's not good. I can't blow into it. I've got a mask on.
Is it inside?
Yes.
Inside is wet. So we just need to step off to a little corner.
Woo! My glasses are fogged now more than ever.
Alright.
You get wet. Nuda.
It's already wet.
Woo!
Still don't want you to plug it in.
All right. I'm completely fogged up. I'm going off of what I think is the right direction to go. Woo. If and Brer Rabbit ain't changed his ways, he'll meet up with more troubles one of these days. I think we all need to change our ways in a more positive way. All right, hang on just a second, guys. Get reconnected here. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. It says that we have water in our camera. So I'm trying to find a way that I can blow the water out, or at least get the water out so that we can continue. Should be fine, but it's hard to blow water out of something when you've got a mask on.
It is. Can we find a little spot to...
I need something like a paper towel or something.
Let me go
I would normally go through the gift shop to check, but there's really nothing much Splash Mountain in there right now. So, all right. So the line that was 50 minutes posted time is much, much shorter now than it was before. And we only waited about 20 minutes when we had a posted wait time of 50. So we'll tell you that right now, when you come into the parks, the posted wait times, you really just take them with a grain of salt. If you need to keep your sodium low, then take it with a grain of whatever else you have available. But many times we've noticed that the wait times posted are higher than what they really turn out to be. So, what? You're in it. You're smiling. What are you doing? Okay. Just trying to. I don't know.
Don't want us to get red flagged by YouTube later. Sure, that's got something appropriate stuff on it. That's what I was talking to the cast member about.
I'm just making sure we gotta get it dry in there.
Just looking out for all of our followers. You don't want somebody to miss something.
All right.
Get
So.
red flags. All right.
Any better? Let me see.
Let's see. Give it a go.
I've never had this happen before.
Better?
No,
Oh no.
we're out of luck. Okay, and we're walking. Okay.
I'm gonna say there's a.
Susan doesn't get to be in the shot anymore. It's just me now. I've lost Susan.
I'm still here.
No, Susan decided not to be in the stream anymore.
No.
I tend to be, since I'm left-handed, I tend to hold things on my right hand, which means that when I'm doing streaming, I tend to hold things up on my right hand. I asked Susan to be on my left side so that I can always hold it up and show her. And she always wants to get on the other side, so I'm just gonna just stop.
Because for any other occasion, he is using his left hand, and I should be
I'm a lefty.
on the right side.
Who else is a lefty? Any other lefties out there? Anybody else out there?
Let's walk towards the relaxation station.
Are you left-handed?
Go in there, we can
Are you right-handed?
blow.
Are you ambiguous? Are you amphibious? Are you
Ambidextrous?
No, that's in baseball.
What? I am ambidextrous in many things. So,
I'm left-handed.
Not well if Chris and I are eating next to each other because I can eat with my left hand.
I'm the weird guy in the family that has to sit in certain spots, or I won't be able to eat as well because I'll be confined with my left-handed hand.
Big elbows.
So I in my previous position working in telecommunications for a couple of decades, I once had a new project that I was working on. I was nationwide, had different offices, and we had a brand new office opened up in Michigan. I had to hire an entire new team
Yep.
to work on my area of the project that would report to me, and so I hired them all, and I had to go up to Michigan. We went to have sort of an intro, meet everybody since everybody's now started. We had a luncheon. I was going to take everybody else to lunch and just kind of get to know them personally. And we all went to sit down at the lunch table. And of course, I was left-handed, so of course I'm trying to sit in a certain spot at the table so I'll have some space. And we had a hard time, everyone trying to sit down. We finally sat down. I'm like, man, that was kind of difficult to get everybody in a space. And then I realized when I asked everybody, turns out the entire staff that I had hired,
Was left-handed?
the entire staff was left-handed. I just thought that was the strangest
That
thing in the
is
world.
hilarious.
Every single person at that table was left-handed. It was the easiest thing to sit
I'm
down
on
and
the
do.
wrong side of you to work on this.
So Here, let's just set this up here.
I don't want to like blow on the speakers.
So, hang on just a second, guys. Here, I'm going to let Susan talk, and I'm going to work on this thing for a second.
So it won't let us plug our battery in, and as good a battery as my phone has, eventually if we're on live streams it will run out. So the phone got wet, and now it won't let us plug in the charging cable. It says that there's water, and it gives us this little warning like it's going to will kill the
Gonna
phone.
blow up.
Yeah, it's going to blow up and die. We don't want that to happen. So Chris is trying to get that water out so that we can, it's actually water resistant up to,
It's water resistant, but you can't.
yay! Oh,
Too quick.
how?
Too quick.
So it says liquid detected. Do we have another lightning cable? Only the one.
Doesn't matter. It's not the cable, it's the issue.
Okay. Might need to like turn you guys sideways for a minute. No?
It's fine.
Okay. But he's trying to fix it so that we can not die on you guys, because that would be, we're sorry if that you're hearing like a loud whooshy sound. It's blowing on it now. I'm trying to do what we can. All right, let's see. Nope. It says you can do an emergency override. What the battery level is at right now?
I think we're just going to have to go for it.
Yeah, I think we are. Fingers crossed my phone doesn't die. It's the new one.
If it blows up, you guys hit record.
That could be fun. You know, we have not been keeping mine in a Ziploc bag because it is actually technically water resistant up to like 3 meters below water for up to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So we figure a little splash on Splash Mountain is no big deal. This is the first time actually we've had this issue.
Never had this issue before.
And it's gotten wet so many times now since then. In the rain, like heavy rain, and it's out. No issues. I don't know what. Must have been just some random drop that just perfectly.
It's okay. We'll make do. And as we are our new catchphrase here, at Ear to Ear Magic. And we're walking.
There we go.
All right, so. Woohoo. I don't think there's only so much I can do to make it dry. I really don't think it's all that wet. I think it's just a little bit of a sensor.
It didn't seem like it got that wet. So.
No, I mean, it probably just got to drop here and there.
It's much wetter previously.
Drop it in an aquarium. All right, so we've got 10 minutes?
15 minutes left.
Let's
Let's
fit something else in. What can we fit in? What should we do? We haven't done Jungle Cruise in a while.
We have not done Jungle Cruise.
Anybody want to see
in a
the backside of
while.
water?
What do you guys think? Want to do Jungle Cruise?
Backside of water, maybe somebody?
The eighth wonder of the world. Everyone should see
The
it.
eighth wonder of the world. The backside of water. Now we will lose signal when we go into the temple.
Yep. But
So-
it just lasts for a very short period, and then we
I'm gonna let you guys know that will happen. We'll lose signal when we go inside. That is the perfect time for you guys to jump up and grab a bathroom break. Grab you some Skittles. And then when you're done, if you have any Skittles left over, our address is left in our description of all of our videos. Feel free to send me any of your leftover Skittles. Some Disney Magic Mail. We'd be glad to take them. Actually, if there's any time you guys want to send us a postcard or anything else just to say hello, we'd love to get something from you guys in the mail. And our address and P.O. Box is listed in the captions and in the descriptions of all of our videos. So if there's something cool you'd like to send us, especially if it's something you'd like us to share with other people, and if it's something cool, Disney related and awesome, we may very well do that as well. So check that out. We'd love to get some mail from you guys. It's always fun when we open up our box and we see something from one of you guys. So thank you for sending them when you do.
So speaking of Skittles,
Well, there.
I had a project I was working on, and I needed Skittles, just the regular size, basic Skittles to get in the grocery store. Regular, not the big size, the caramel.
Wow.
I could not find them anywhere.
We couldn't find just a bag of Skittles.
I could not for the life of me. Like, I had to go to Sam's Club. And
They were like zombie Skittles. Remember the zombie
the
Skittles?
funky ones.
But not just regular Skittles.
I could get like a combo box that had like Starburst in it.
Listen to the bass of this one.
Skittles.
Listen to this bass.
He's big and deep.
Wow.
So close. We're just waiting for him to squirt water. I miss when they squirted water.
They haven't squirted water since we opened the parks.
Yeah.
So
They are dry tikis.
they don't want anybody to get squirted on.
No sneaky squirty tikis.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll present to you
5-minute wait.
the world famous Walt Disney World Magic Kingdom Jungle Cruise.
You guys saw how our wait went for
So it's listed as a posted wait time shorter. Woohoo.
So we're hoping for a shorter time.
I want one of those for our Christmas tree.
Right?
Where can I
That's
get one of
awesome.
those? That's
That
awesome.
is an awesome little gadget right there.
All right, now the jungle has lots of things in it, so I'm gonna get a little hand sanitizer. You never know what you're gonna get in the jungle. This doesn't look like 45 minutes to me. Are you guys seeing this? All right, this is, there are 5 people in line, guys, and it said a 45-minute wait. So here's a tip from us. When you're staying in a Disney park and you're getting into the last, let's say 30 minutes, 15 minutes left in the park, and you're opening up the app and you're seeing some pretty big wait times, we have found it to be true. Lots of times at the end of the day, the wait times can be a little exaggerated. So take it, you know, go by the app, use the times, but if there's something you want to ride, go check it out anyway, because I promise you, this was a 45-minute posted wait, and we're ready to go.
Keep coming. One more cup cubby. That's it. Perfect. All right. Keep looking for hidden Mickeys.
All right. Nice.
All right. Got everyone here? All right. Let's talk about safety. For your safety and a better chance of survival, we need everybody to remain seated at all times. Keep your arms, legs, hands, and feet inside the boat at all times. Parents, please watch our kids. And we are clear. Everybody wave provided the good skippers on the dock. You'll never see them again. Now, one last rule, face mask. Everyone over our nose, under our
Face
chin.
mask must be on it all the time.
And that'd be perfect for the whole thing. That puts us on the world famous jungle cruise.
Oh wow, look how foggy it is.
We're being world famous. Here's the jungle cruise skipper and cruise director. Now under the Amazon River, deep in the Amazon rainforest. Where it rains 365 days a year.
That's almost every day.
That's almost every day.
Wow, that's
I
crazy.
can miss you. See some beautiful butterflies, baby. They grow from 12 inches to a foot. That makes them the rulers of the forest.
Woohoo!
True monarchs. Now this is Inspiration Fall. Everybody's help here for inspiration. You ready? Here we come. I need everybody to say, oh.
Oh!
And say, ah.
Ah!
Give me the inspiration to go. Deep into Africa. Made it to the Congo River. So let's see how far we can go.
Yeah.
How many of you have seen the Jungle Book? How many would like to see the Jungle Book in 3D?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's right there on that box. 3D. Now the Big Warriors can have a special welcoming party for us right up here. Wait a minute. I think we have a problem. I can see the canoe, but I don't see the warriors. Can you? Let's scare them away. You're over wasn't a 24-foot python snake that's been working around. There. Whoa. They look friendly. They must be a little crush on you.
Ah,
Yeah.
he's got a crush.
Set up the base camp and say hi to the fellow. Hey, will you guys pick that pumpkin around? I asked you to break camp, not break everything. Oh, but what's okay? There's the old food camp to turn over. You want to take that home tonight? That brings us to the Nile River. The Nile River is the longest
right. Yeah.
Oh, that must be an African aardvark. So this rock here, you may never have noticed this rock before if you took this rock for granted. We've been to the African belt. Here all the wild animals come for water. The wildebeest, the giraffes, the zebras, and my personal favorite, the full complement of the 69 Impala. The lions, they're watching over the sleeping zebra. But the zebra's having fun. The zebra's playing. Okay, she's playing dead, but she's playing. I do have a lesson here in the jungle. You know a rhinoceros will grow to 4 tons. It can still run as fast as a horse, 30 miles an hour. Really? You may not believe me. My last team, they didn't believe me. But my last team, well, they're finally getting the point. Very touching. Here in the jungle, there's some exquisite exotic plants. Let me point them out to you. There's one right up in there, beautiful. And there's another one right over there. I hope you enjoyed them. That brings us to Schweitzer Falls, named after the famous explorer and founder of the Jungle Navigation Company, Dr. Elvin. Dr. Elvin, what was his name again? Dr. Elvin? Of course, Dr. Elvin Falls. All that later, deep dive, but 90 day, everyone's a lean in. There we go, we don't want to fall into the fall. Oh, that was cool.
All right, here's a hidden Mickey, guys. I'm going to show you a very cool hidden Mickey.
The other skippers have not need to see a crash plane in the middle of the jungle. It only means one thing.
Go back and look for it.
I think we found them. They found us. They got top of this boat in an instant. Whoa. I don't think we're out of the woods yet. Now I can tell. Still a lot of trees. Oh, listen, you hear those drums? Those are headhunter drums. Must be headed to headhunter territory. Very scary place to be headed. And the warriors, they're dancing their war dance in a circle. You know why they're dancing their war dance in a circle? They've never learned how to square dance. Now, this could be an ambush, but everyone is pent up, never mind. The native theater troops practicing their Shakespeare.
All right, get ready, folks. Here we go.
Deep breath, here we go. A wonder of the world. The backside
Of water! Woo!
That brings us to the Mekong River, Cambodia, home to many ancient temples. This temple is
That's right, Andrew. What's your age?
It would be painful, but who's not up for a root canal? It's very dark in there. Everyone keep their eyes open. Watch for hidden treasures. Species of enemies. But it's so dark, I'm closing my eyes.
We'll be right back with you guys.
said, come out ahead. Put your orders in. Then before we get back to the dock, I need to remind everyone to put your arms, legs, hands, and feet inside the boat at all times. Parents, we're still watching kids. Kids, let's make sure the parents are awake. Looks like the dock is clear. All right, everyone, let's go find this dock. Notice there's a dock on the left and a dock on the right. And the skipper's here telling me that's a paradox.
It's a paradox.
Huh?
Paradox.
I scratched the boy like the blade out of my vocabulary.
Woohoo!
A Seahawks, man.
Good.
Trying to see a pass like it. Oh, good. Yes, we go Super Bowl.
All right. Jungle, 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 jungle. Whoop. All right. Sanitize every time you leave the jungle. It's always a good thing to do. Do we have time to ride on the magic carpets?
It is 6:58, so.
All right. I say we run for one more ride for these guys. If they're still open. They're still open? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nope. Thank you. This will be the official last ride for the evening. Unless you count monorails. We'll take you guys on a monorail ride too if you guys want to hang out with us. As soon as we leave the park, we're going to go check out one of the resorts here. Do a little mini virtual tour. But not until we get one more ride in. Whatever we gotta do to get spit on by a camel. All right, everyone sing along. All right, so every time we do a live stream, I try to do at least some sort of Disney trivia that you guys might find interesting, something you might like to know, you might not have known before. All that I ask is if you know the information, just be kind to the people who may be hearing it for the first time. But there are two camels here in this section. There's one over here by the pathway, and there's one that faces the ride. And in certain times, I don't know if it will happen tonight, certain times the camels will spit, either on the guests on the pathway, or if you're riding the ride, they will actually spit on the people riding. Here's the thing, those two camels are actually from a parade. Yes, they used to be parade floats over at Disney's Hollywood Studios from back in the day. Back when Aladdin first came out in the 90s. Those two parade floats were part of the parades that went through Hollywood Studios. After the parade was disabled, they moved both of the camels over to this attraction here. So if you were not aware of the fact that those camels actually came from Hollywood Studios. Skipper Bob wants to know if we ever found the world's smallest hidden Mickeys near the carpets. I don't know if I know about that one. Maybe you need to tell us about it. We can go look for it. Chandler, they said they've been watching our streams to help plan for our vacations. We leave in 7 days. That's awesome. We hope they've been helpful. And if you ever have any questions, let us know. We'll be glad to hear from you. And Chandler, if you guys are here and you see us in the parks, please come up and say hello.
Yeah.
We'd love to meet you guys. We're never really sure where we're going to be sometimes, but we tend to do live streams Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, if at all possible. But that doesn't mean we won't be in the parks any other days as well. So if you see us, please come up and say hello. We'd love to meet you and your family. And if you watch our live streams, we can show you the world. Shining, shimmering, splendid. All right, we're gonna ride in the same seat together. All right, she's picking just the right carpet. This one's it. How did she know this was my favorite carpet? Woo.
I'm good like that.
All right. Moving down. Woo. Oh, somebody put the carpet in the dryer. It's gotten small. You know, you're supposed to air dry these or dry these on the line. Is that enough space?
Wow.
All right. Don't put your carpets in the dryer, folks. They get small. Look how tiny these things are. Oh boy.
Tight squeeze.
Tight squeeze. Are we in? We good?
Yep.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Chandler. We hope that what we do is helpful. We try to have fun, but we also try to make sure we can get some information out there.
That's right.
And so when you get out there, Chandler, you can watch the streams, and then when you show up in the parks, you can just tell everybody all the stuff you know and where everything is, and they're like, man, how did he find out all this stuff? You can just say, I know my stuff. So here's the two camels I talked about. There's one there, and there's the other one that may or may not spit on us tonight. So,
We'll see.
woohoo! Boom, 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 boom. Oh, he is spitting. Oh.
Oh, we missed it.
Woo. Just so you guys know, if the camels are the same or if they're different. Now, this one right here, this camel is the spitting image of the one over there.
That's somebody else.
You stay up high, you don't get spit on.
That's right. You stay at the level it starts you at, you will definitely get spit on.
Bum, 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 bum. Another Arabian Nights. Look at that view right there, Woo, pretty.
That is gorgeous.
Just look at that. Just look at that. Look at that.
Would you look at that?
Look at that. Woohoo. Camel. Haha. Above you, camel. Whoa. Everybody else is coming up.
Everybody's up.
Everybody flies. There we going down. Oh, our carpet's out of gas. Boom. Give me some tassel. Woo. Awesome. All right.
Welcome back, players, and have a fantastic evening. Your exits are towards the Golden Camels.
See, they want you to get near that camel again. All about those camels. Okay, I'm stuck. Loving the image. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna put another quarter in the machine.
Thank you for visiting us today. For the health
Oh,
and
boy.
safety of
So-
everyone, face coverings must
I
fully
lost my
cover your
strap
nose
here.
and mouth,
So
and
Skipper
warm
Bob,
at
you said that there was a
times
hidden
in
Mickey.
photographs.
It's the smallest one in the area.
Eating or drinking while stationary.
It's a hidden Mickey, metallic teardrop looking thing on the ground with a simple Mickey design. Does anybody know where we can find it? Past the camels, in between the shops and carpets, and a piece of jewelry embedded in the ground near the exit of the ride. Now we're on a scavenger hunt. Shall we go looking for it? It's gonna be near the exit and a piece of jewelry near the exit. This could be a challenge. There's a lot of space over here. If anybody has any other, anybody has, you found it. Is this the jewelry? Look at this. Is this what we're looking for, guys?
How cool is that?
That's it. All right. Susan found it. You have to do the find the hidden Mickey dance. That's not the found the hidden Mickey dance. Let go home and teach her to find the hidden Mickey dance. All right, so there it is, right there. That's a cool hidden Mickey. And if you guys are coming yourself and you're looking for it, let me show you exactly where you can find it. So there's the Agrabah Bazaar. Here's a column right here holding up the tent. Bottom of the tent, there's a necklace right here, and just over to the necklace is your pendant. Boom. So there you go.
Now you can find it too.
Now you can find it too.
Thank you, Skipper Bob.
I can show you the Disney World. Thanks, Skipper Bob, for that bit of information. Woohoo! It's almost like the ring that you can find over the Haunted Mansion. There's a engagement ring you can find in the queue line to the Haunted Mansion, and sometimes you can find it, sometimes you can't.
Depends on where the line goes.
Depends on where the queue is. Right now, you don't have much of a luck of finding it because the line is just kind
I
of.
don't normally use that.
The line has been truncated.
Yeah.
It has been made smaller.
Being physically distant,
Yeah.
portion of the line is difficult.
So
I just cut that part off.
it just you can't really go to that little area right now. So we'll have to save that one for a live stream later on. It's so pleasant right now. Do you know what's the weather
so
like right now? Is it in the 70s?
Let's see.
But the sun has just barely set. Got a little bit of some shade, a little bit of sun.
It is currently 79 degrees.
It's 79. It doesn't feel like 79 at all.
It says it feels like 83.
Wow.
I feel like 80.
Just goes to show you what a little camel spit will do for you. I should bottle that stuff.
I guess compared to what we're used to,
Yeah, I mean,
79
yeah, that's true.
compared to like 92. Not bad. Not bad at all.
A little bit of castle views going on. All right, Andrew's going to head out. Thanks for coming along, Andrew.
It was so nice to have you with us, Andrew. Come again.
We
soon.
hope
wanna
to be
see you
coming
next
again.
time.
We're hoping we're going to be doing another live stream on Monday, so check in with us then. Have a great weekend, a magic one there, Andrew. We'll catch you next time as we leave Adventureland. Adventureland.
I wonder if they were selling the cheeseburger things there.
Yeah, they were. I think the yeah, just so you guys are aware. Bring it back over here so you guys can see. The cheeseburger rolls, the spring rolls, they were selling them again today, the spring rolls. So if you guys love those, it looks like they were returning today. You can definitely smell them. You guys ever had one of the spring rolls? There's actually 2 different flavors, I believe. So, let's see, the pepperoni pizza ones. And then sometimes they have the cheeseburger flavored. Really good. And not everybody likes spring rolls, but I like them. I like the flavor of them. So I thought they were pretty good. Thanks, Andrew. Keeping an eye on the sky for us. We'll keep our ears to the ground. You keep your eyes to the sky. I think we're gonna work out just fine. All right, I got that Magic Kingdom music going on. I should do a little bum bum ba da ba da ba da ba da bum 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 bum. The happy music. You guys see the glowing pumpkins?
You know your friends know you well when they pop on the live stream and want to send me a message, and they send it to Chris's messenger because they know that he's using my phone.
Oh, so we've got all the glowing pumpkins over here, looking nice and orange. I want to take you guys over to a pumpkin. Let's see if I can get you a cool screenshot, a screen grab. Some kind of spooky music going on here tonight too. So after the park closes, generally a lot of people come together here to get their last minute pictures of the castles. So this becomes a little bit of a place to hang out and go. It does get a little crowded. It does get a little busy.
We have passed so many TikTokers today.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So many TikTokers.
I think we passed like 7 TikTokers just like as we walk by right now.
Yep.
If you guys are interested in going to our TikTok channel,
We're sorry.
we're sorry. We're not sorry. We don't have one. So we tend to like to give you information as opposed to me pretending like I know how to dance for 15 seconds. But, you know, to the best.
Dark enough that you
Look
can
how-
see the lights on inside.
Yeah, you can see the lights on and like behind the clock and inside of Cinderella's suite.
Yep.
You guys can see up there. Now, see, normally, like I said, 7 o'clock would be about the start of a not so scary Halloween party. So normally, if you were here on October, on a Friday night, we would be grabbing our treat bags and heading over to the treat stations,
Yeah.
grabbing ourselves some treats, some chocolates from M&M Mars, or even some Go-Go Squeezes over by the Carousel of
Go-Go
Progress.
Squeezes. I miss the Go-Go Squeezes.
So one of the sad things is that we've had so many different flavors of Go-Go Squeeze
We have.
from the Halloween parties, and then we'd show up to a couple parties and there would be the pumpkin spice. Such a good applesauce, the pumpkin spice applesauce. But you can't get them in the grocery stores.
They don't sell them in stores.
So you're like always, every time you go to the grocery store, like you want to check and see if they don't have pumpkins. They don't have the pumpkins.
They do have the apple banana, the banana flavor, which is my second favorite, just under the pumpkin. But it's not pumpkin.
So the other day we were actually in the grocery store and Susan was walking by and she wanted to buy herself some Go-Go Squeeze. I think she was reminiscing.
He talked me
I talked her out of it.
I just wanted some Go-Go Squeeze.
I tell you what, when it came to us going to all the parties we did last year to gather information and to share videos and pictures with you guys, we would go home every time we went to the Halloween party with so much candy so that our kids would have it. We would come home, we'd leave it on the kitchen table so that when they got up the next morning on a Saturday or something like that, they could basically have a few pieces of candy along with their breakfast. You know what the first thing to go always was?
My Go-Go Squeeze.
The applesauces. We would put them in the
I
fridge.
would hide them.
We would put them in the fridge to keep them cool. We'd get up the next morning and go, you know what, I'm going to have an applesauce.
They'll be gone.
Nope.
They'll be gone.
Be plenty of chocolate
eat
bars,
them all.
all kinds of stuff, but the Go-Go Squeezes were gone. Every time. So she started to hide them in the fridge.
I did. I started to hide
Not
them.
all of them.
And not all of them. And then I would also be like, don't touch my food. Remember, mommy can't eat all the things.
So she'd get the gluten-free items and the stuff from the seal tokens.
Don't mess with my gluten-free Go-Go Squeeze.
So they would eat all of her gluten-free stuff, and then when they got hungry, they had all their candy left over, and mommy just didn't get to have
It
any.
was
So
not right. Not right at all.
that wasn't funny. It's not funny, kids.
Not funny.
Hilarious. All right, so cool images for the night. We're gonna be walking. Let's walk on down Main Street. Let's head on out. We're gonna take you guys to a resort. Who wants to come along? We're gonna go hit the monorails if we can get on a monorail. If not,
Resort monorail. We're gonna head for the resort.
we'll do either a resort monorail or we'll grab something. We're gonna go hit a Disney World resort, walk around a little bit, and see what we can find and share with you guys. Let's take it up this side here. This is so busy right there for the pictures in the center. We can even do a TikTok video. Well, we can do a couple of TikTok videos right here. I mean, the 3 hours we've been on with you guys, we could have done like 1,700 TikTok videos.
I know, right?
So we're in the wrong media platform. So when you do guys come, keep in mind they still do have Disney PhotoPass photographers.
Yes.
You still want to utilize those. So look for your photographers. Like for instance, these two photographers right over here. They're taking some real
They've
cool
got
images.
some awesome photos.
They have a flaming pumpkin they can do right now. They can also do several other really cool Disney Halloween related stuff. So look out for those photographers. If you've got Memory Maker, that is your one-stop shop. When you book get the Memory Maker, and you can use all the photos from both the rides and from the photographers for your entire trip.
Yep.
Scan your band, get them onto your account, and
It's awesome.
download your photos later.
You don't have to worry about not being in any of your family's photos.
Because if I didn't have that, I wouldn't be in any photos.
Yeah.
We always joke about the fact that Susan was the only one who went on our honeymoon in Paris.
All the photos are just of me.
I don't have any photos of us because back then when we honeymoon, selfies and stuff like that wasn't necessarily a thing. So I don't really have any photos
Nope.
of us together, really. I think we have one. I think we found a photographer in front of the Eiffel Tower.
Almost 20 years ago. So we used an actual camera.
Yeah, an actual camera.
An actual
It
camera.
was
Not with film.
it was
It
weird.
was a digital camera, but it was a camera.
So here's the line. Here's the back of the line to get inside the Emporium.
Yes.
I can't really see the back, but it's over here somewhere by the Crystal Palace.
And that is why you shop in the morning.
So right now with the park being closed, it could be a while before you could actually get into and do some shopping.
Yeah. All right, so I'm thinking either maybe we should walk to the Contemporary and try to catch the resort monorail there. What do you think? Or should we wait in the line?
don't
We'll have
know.
to see what the line looks like.
Now, let's go take a look at the lines. There are some new treats that are coming out that will be hitting the Contemporary soon, but I don't think they start until, I think, the 5th, off the top of my head. So I know we'll be coming back over and checking some things out at the Contemporary starting next week. There'll be some new Halloween treats. And now they haven't started yet. Go check them out at the Contemporary Cafe. I think they were like lining up for a race or something.
I know. So here's something to keep in mind if you are using a Disney scooter. So I'm not talking about if you rent your own and you bring it in, but if you have one you rented at the entrance to the Disney park, they do not allow extra riders. So
Yeah, you can't ride with your grandchildren or
Yes.
somebody else with you.
grandchildren cannot ride. Your son or your daughter if they're tired. Now, it's fine until someone catches you, but then when they do, then you have to offload the kid, and oftentimes they're very upset with you because suddenly they have to walk and they didn't have to before. So, something to keep in mind as you are walking about, or driving your scooter. I have seen so far in our brief time within the park 4 different people riding scooters who were stopped by cast members with a child on their lap and asked to take them off. So just something to keep in mind. I'm not debating if the rule's fair or just or it should be the rule. I'm just explaining that it is the rule. Hopefully to save you some tears later on from a child who is so very unhappy with you when they have to get off. So Chris was taking some pretty pictures down Main Street since it is getting dark, so he has passed off live stream duties to me. So we'll just turn around and see if we can see him. Isn't it pretty though, all lit up? This is kind of cool when they close at 7 like they do tonight. You get to see all of the pretty lights. So, and Chris, we were looking at the lights. You know what I missed?
The scrim is down.
The scrim is down. You guys see? That's very cool. It looks the same to me, so I'm thinking maybe they just gave it a good cleaning because I don't see anything different about it. But still, it's down, which is cool. Like scarecrows this year. But what I miss is the pumpkins that normally are right over these tunnels on either side that say See You Real Soon that are lit up on the inside. They kind of like sit on that curved arch at the top. And I miss those. I wish those were there. Christmas scarecrows and the giant pumpkins. I miss those little bitty ones. That was always so awesome. But we are hoping that we get to see Main Street in Disneyland sometime soon. Hopefully the governor and Disney can work something out, because we have been wanting to go for a while now. So we were talking about the See You Real Soon pumpkins.
What's that?
We were talking about the See You Real Soon pumpkins. Those are the ones that I miss.
See you real soon. Nope. We don't have any See You Real Soon pumpkins. I tell you what, that was the best thing leaving the park anytime last year during a Not So Scary Halloween party, was to See You Real Soon pumpkins. I love those, and it really hurts to not be able to see them tonight or any other night. And I'm missing a lot of scarecrows and the like here in the park, but the fact that we don't have those, it kind of seems like, you know, it's a missing piece. It really was just a nice way to kind of walk out and have a, well, it's very much a Disney traditional goodbye, because we don't say goodbye here at Disney World. We say see you real soon. And they're not saying see you real soon. Normally they'd be right here. So now I did get a question here, probably from someone else in the past. Do you think that Disney is going to do something special on Halloween at the Magic Kingdom? Are they going to have a special presentation? Are they going to have a special this or special that? My gut feeling, my gut reaction is no.
No.
I don't expect them to do anything different. I don't expect them to do anything that's going to increase or want crowds more than they would normally be. I will say this at the moment though. Right now, you cannot get a park reservation from what I learned unless something's changed. And I'll go back and check. But the park reservations right now for Magic Kingdom for Halloween Day are full at present.
For anyone, on-site, off-site, ticket holders,
This one's parking, that one's reserved.
Yeah, Megan.
Hi guys, welcome. Make sure you follow the
Megan says maybe they'll have more things to buy.
from the park.
maybe they'll supply some more treats and stuff like that. But I don't expect them to have special characters. Anything normally than they would have any other day. All right, so we're going to try to do this.
Straight ahead, buses to your left.
What's our course of action? Do we want to ride a boat? Do we want to do a resort monorail?
Alright guys, the line starts over here for the express monorail to parking.
What's that?
From this point forward,
Are they running? I think you made a customer out of us. How's it going?
Thank you.
We're gonna try to ride a boat. How about that, guys?
Thank you so much.
Because I have a feeling the monorail lines and everything else is gonna be pretty long, and we haven't ridden a boat here recently, so we're gonna ride a boat over. So those of you who are just joining us a little on the later side, the Magic Kingdom is now closed, but we've decided that tonight we were going to share half of our stream tonight at the parks, and the other half we were going to go to a Disney World resort, specifically a deluxe resort, and give you guys a little bit of a virtual tour tonight. So we're going to be heading out from the Magic Kingdom. Stick in with us. Let us know. Stay with us in the chat. We're going to take you guys over to one of the resorts. See what it looks like at one of the deluxe resorts.
yes.
So it looks like what they're doing is a holding area here. They have dots. Looks like they have at this point, what, 5 dots? 6 dots? 6 dots.
Where this could be, I think this is going to the wilderness lodge.
Okay, so they're like they do with the ferry. They're bringing people in filling in the dots, and then they'll know exactly how many people they can go in for that particular boat going to that destination.
The Wilderness Lodge, though.
Yeah, that's not where we're going, but I'm just saying this is the same loading position they have.
Tracy's
You guys,
doing a
it'll be
count.
about 20 minutes till that boat gets back.
Okay.
You guys, it'll be 2 laps. You're looking at 40 to 45 minutes. I really
We are the end of the line.
Is that
We are the end of the line for the next boat.
for this boat here? So
Yes.
a boat every 20 minutes?
Tracy very kindly let them know that because we were counting groups, because they can only put, they have to, space groups out, that no more groups will put on past that. So she let them know it would be 2 laps. So it's about 20 minutes for us, but it would be about 40 minutes for them. She suggested that they take them on.
At least they're letting people know and giving them a heads up.
Yeah, I thought that was very nice of them.
That'd be rough if you had, had to wait 20 minutes to find out that it was going to be another 20 minutes.
Yeah, that was very kind of her.
And this is a very open air boat too. This particular one, at least, is going to the Wilderness Lodge.
I've noticed they're using their larger boats, and that makes sense considering that they're not able to fill them to full capacity. The one that just left?
So let me ask this then: if this one's loading for the Wilderness Lodge,
Yes. I think that one's going to the campground.
okay. Interesting. It's just weird that they have 4.
Yes.
We shall see how this plays out. So, you guys who are thinking about, if you're going to be staying at one of the resorts that's going to be close to the Magic Kingdom here, you can kind of see what the boat transportation is going to be like here, showing up.
We like the boat transportation. It's generally speaking, especially if it's for the purposes of using instead of the resort monorail, unless the line is very long here, like for example, if we had been back in that other section, maybe we would have gone to the monorail. But the time that you have to wait at each of the stops, because it's not like the express monorail where it immediately goes to the Grand Floridian, it's going to have to stop at the Contemporary. It will stop at the TTC. Under normal circumstances, it would stop at the Poly before you would finally get to the Grand Floridian. Oftentimes, your wait time is going to be about the same for the boat as it would be to get to the Grand Floridian with the monorail, but then you get a nice boat ride. So we really enjoy the boat ride.
Now, one of the things they're working on, they're just going to be over on the side here, you're not going to be able to quite see. They are working on the new area that's going to be allowing guests to walk from here to the Grand Floridian.
Yep.
So very, very soon they're going to be able to have a walkway. They've already built the walkway. They've already got the bridge. It's going to be a bridge that they can let out at certain times.
There's just a portion of the walkway that's in between, like about halfway between just a little bit of it that's not completed.
They're still working on it.
Yeah.
They haven't officially announced anything. They've been very quiet about it overall, but we've been watching them as they build it.
We think they were using it during the NBA as their guests at the Grand Floridian because they did have a makeshift walkway that kind of went from where the walkway was broken up, and they were still working on it, up to the monorail station on the resort side with a tent that would have very likely been
And for
used
screen
for
temperatures.
temperature screenings. Yeah, so we had heard that there was a possibility that NBA would be allowed to come in after hours, so it wouldn't surprise me if that was how they got them to and from, is that they just walked.
I gotta get an image of the monorail. Monorails are like my up squirrels. You're talking all of a sudden.
Clouds are so pretty right now. I don't think it comes across really well.
It doesn't really come across too well in
They're
the image.
gorgeous pink and purple right now, like the yummiest taco candy ever.
I just want to jump in that boat right there.
Right?
We can boat ourselves over. We'll be back. We'll be back over. So I wonder how many boats they're actually using, because she said it would be about 20 minutes before that other boat came back. Is it possible they're only running one boat? Wow. That's kinda rough.
As we just discussed, they're only using their really large boats. Normally, under normal circumstances, this boat Luke would be one of their smaller ones, and it would also stop the Poly and still between those two resorts. So they have several boats running. So they
Now,
use a smaller boat.
this is going to be a lot more prominent in a large portion of the transportation moving here forward, because if it hasn't happened already, it will be in the next few days. The Polynesian monorail station will be closed down. They're going to stop using the monorail station at the Poly as they're working with the
For
renovation.
some reason, October 2nd is stuck in my head as the date. That I may be wrong about that, which would mean that today.
We may be walking by and seeing it. As we drove by, there was a very, very large crane
Huge
in
crane.
front of.
It's not up. Like they have it like parked,
But
like
it's,
with the front of it
it's
down.
humongous. It's a humongous
But
crane
it is
in the
gigantic.
parking lot of the Polynesian. So they're getting ready to start whatever
Yes.
work they're doing. They're going to
They
be
are
working on
prepared.
renovating the monorail station, the Great Ceremonial House. All that's going to be down and worked
The
on in
lobby,
waves.
yeah.
They still have the DVC side portion of Polynesian is open. The regular side is closed right now and will not reopen until summer 2021. But if you guys are interested in coming to stay in the Polynesian, you can still contact us. We can still help you out with getting a villa on the DVC side.
That
but the
being
regular
said,
rooms,
a lot of stuff is not open there, so they are encouraging current clients. They are offering them other accommodations just to
So,
move them
yeah.
out of there if they're not DVC, if they're like regular
Keep
guests.
in mind, the Trader Sam's Grog Grotto is
not
closed.
open.
Ohana is closed.
Not open.
You can eat at Kona Cafe and you can eat at Captain Cook's through mobile ordering. And they do have the outside bar open at the pool. But a lot of the stuff that, are big draws there are not open at the moment. And because you're not going to be able to stop at the monorail station, I think this boat the boat's going to be a lot more prominent.
Or you would have to walk from the Grand Floridian to the Poly.
So my thoughts are, and this is just me, which is worth, nothing, but I have a feeling they're probably going to up the boat transportation overall because you're not going to be able to use the monorail. So I'm watching the green lights over here off the ferry. We should have timed this. I didn't think about that.
She told us that there was someone behind us, and she told them that we would be the end of the next boat coming, and whoever else was there would have to wait another 20 minutes. They're just using one boat. So.
Not 100% sure, but
It is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm still a little nervous about her count. If we're at the end, we may or may not make it.
At the very end, you never know.
About a 20-minute rotation is what she's saying for every boat.
Between the boats. Nobody needs help.
So I'm looking over here to see what they've got there. I'm still trying to figure out, do they have a boat for every resort? Because they have 3 loading stations here.
I don't know if they're taking the boat to the Poly yet. I didn't see the Poly on the list.
I was so quickly running over here, I didn't see the signs. You have to kind of watch the signs
I
because
saw
Wilderness Lodge, Fort
Wilderness, and Grand Floridian.
That's it? Wow, that's weird.
We'll see.
So, do you guys ever take the boats? I think I saw Megan put on here that she likes to ride the boats. She prefers the boats.
I prefer the boats. I prefer the boats.
I mean, the boats are a nice, different, something
They're
different.
open air. It's nice. I like it.
When
I
we
will
were,
often wait for a boat over a monorail.
yeah.
Even
Well,
the ferry. You
now
have
keep
to
in mind
stand.
now, this is before everything closed down. The boats were always guaranteed a seat. Whereas if you waited to get on a monorail, you may be
You
kind
might
of crowded.
have to stand. If you were on a bus, you might have to stand.
Well, let's put it this way. I always had to stand on a bus. I always had to stand on a monorail. But at least on a boat, I got a seat. So if I was really tired, we were here for 12 hours, 14 hours sometimes. I'd like a boat just because, my old self could sit down for a few minutes. But if I got on a bus or a monorail, I was standing up. So I'm not sure exactly how old I have to get before I get a seat on a bus. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know what that is.
Older than you are now.
The skipper Bob brought up dinner at Ohana. You know what? It's kind of sad because our first reservations, we had our first reservation after the reopening,
When they
before all that stuff had been.
Originally, Ohana was open.
Yeah, so we had an Ohana. We had 2 Ohana reservations before they canceled every single dinner reservation. I mean, they canceled them all. So for people who had 6 months out, had already booked all of their reservations for dining, to get that email, all of it was gone. So that was devastating. I know for people who were doing some pre-planning. But then to find out that some of those restaurants weren't even going to reopen, one of them being Ohana. I've been like jonesing for Ohana for some time, and
I actually made the sticky
yeah, she
the
get
noodles and the noodles.
yes, and she made the noodles. I remember during the stay-at-home time, making the meatballs. My favorite meatballs from Captain Cook's over at the Poly. I'll have to do that again. Maybe we'll do that for a live stream one time. We'll just stay at home and make ourselves the meatballs from Captain Cook's.
And we were able to modify it so I could eat it. Because when we did them, when they're made at Captain Cook's, I could not eat them.
I don't know. That might be one live stream that Megan's not going to watch because they're only making one entree and it's not everybody's going to like the meatballs. But they're so tasty. I will say this though, when I had the so I had this recipe. There's a mock-up of the coconut. Is it coconut? Thai coconut meatballs over at Captain Cook's. I had so much sauce. This recipe.
You did.
It had like, I think it was like 8 cans of coconut milk. By the time I was done, I made all the meatballs, fed everybody, had so much left over. I had an entire like saucepan of this sauce left over. So, is this our boat?
I think it is.
So I may have to make it again, but I may have to like make it in smaller batches. I was like, for the next 4 days, everything we had, I had that sauce was on it.
Yes.
So I was like, hey, we're having salad with coconut meatball sauce.
Hey, let's make some rice and put some sauce on it.
Rice and sauce on it.
Let's just cook some ground beef.
Peanut butter and jelly
throw it
sandwich
into the sauce and
with
eat
Thai
it
coconut
on
meatball sauce. Woo!
Yeah.
Love that monorail action in the background.
There was a lot of sauce.
That's right, taco coconut meat sauce. Spaghetti. Guess what? Thai coconut meat sauce.
Thai coconut ragu.
Skipper Bob's, if you were staying at the Poly, we would both be over at Captain Cook's on a regular basis.
It is not my favorite restaurant, but that does not negate his enjoyment.
Susan doesn't like Captain Cook's, and I think she has a valid reason, and I'm going to share that with everybody. She has had an opportune, I was trying to be nice about it, a positive spin. They haven't gotten one of her orders right for her gluten allergy orders.
Sometimes they mess it up over and over again. So it's not even that they mess it up once.
It's not that we don't give them a try. It's just every time that she's ordered something was wrong, or it would show up over bread, or just it was just never turned out right. All right, let's cross our fingers, guys. Did we not make it?
We didn't make it.
Oh no.
Snapple. There's no
Oh, that was so close, guys. We didn't make it. That's what I was worried about, that count. And I'm like, I just didn't know if I trusted that count the first time.
We did.
Never want to be the guy at the end. There's only 2 of us. We'll ride on top. Just let me hold on to the back. I can paddle my feet. Hey, I got wet on Splash Mountain. Yeah, almost got through, but not quite. I'm crossing my fingers that maybe there'll still be room for one more. Not feeling very positive. one of the side effects, unfortunately, of social distancing. Make sure there's plenty of space on the boats. Are we going to get on? All right, crossing our fingers. Pixie dust. All right. Thank you.
And you guys. Kelly, thank
Woo!
you so much. You made our night. Woohoo!
All right, so we get a boat ride, guys.
Gotta get on the boat. We're gonna have to sit all together. Colby, come on.
Stick around and be road check, and then the very last row.
Yeah, be sure to drive, that's about the first time that's happened.
All right. 2 in this space here. Awesome. Oh, yay.
Happy.
We did it.
That worked out perfectly.
All right. Lo hicimos. We did it.
I
Well, we
was-
didn't do it. We didn't do it. But we got on. I'm kind of glad because, normally I'm like, oh, we just have to wait. Part of me is like, oh no, you guys have to wait too.
We are back by the engine, so you guys get to hear the fun noise. Gorgeous, gorgeous sky. We're waiting for clearance.
We are waiting for clearance. I don't know who this clearance guy is, but he is late all the time.
We're doing the boat shuffle.
We just wait for the next boat to come through. So, Roger, Roger. I just want to wish you all good luck. We're all counting on you. So, they've been talking about, whoa, we're in the dark. There we are. This is spooky. So, you guys were talking about the guy who snuck onto Discovery Island. Did you hear about that?
Yes.
You can't blame him. It's a great place to isolate. Nobody was bothering him. I don't know if his Amazon Prime got delivered on time, but it is not a tropical paradise. Okay, I know he's probably posted some things. I mean, we've been around the interior, or not the inside, the interior, exterior of that island for different tours. I've seen other videos of people who snuck onto the island in many years past. It is basically untouched and completely run down.
It's not safe.
I don't know if that would be safe for anybody. They're very adamant about making sure people don't go onto that island. So it's not a good thing to do at all.
No.
And if you do, it's pretty much signing a guarantee contract that you're going to be banned from Disney property.
For a life, yeah.
They're not going to let you come back on the Disney property. So if you're a Disney fan at all, it's not worth the risk, I promise you.
We are clearing the docking area.
Nice, gentle boat ride back.
Yep.
I like the boats to the...
It's a gorgeous view. So relaxing.
And what you won't be able to see, but I'm gonna kind of give you an idea. You see the black area here where there's nothing, there's no lights right about here. That's where the bridge is. That can be pulled aside, and eventually guests will be able to walk all around this edge and all the way over to the Floridian. It will be a good walk. It will not be a short walk. But honestly, I wouldn't mind walking. We do that all the time going to the trams.
I would love the opportunity to walk it.
We walk oftentimes from Epcot to Hollywood Studios using the pathway that's behind the Boardwalk Resort. So look, the monorails just crossed each other. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Disney's Grand Floridian, the resort, the flagship. We'll be jumping off and taking you guys on a little tour of the resort.
This is so exciting. At least for me.
Orlando Mike, how's it going? Oh, we had a magical day.
Important instructions, but we cannot hear them.
He's telling me something very important, but it's like ordering something at the Burger King drive-thru. I can't hear if he's telling me to be careful or to whether or not I want to supersize my order. It's good that we ran into Orlando Mike twice now in the past couple of weeks, so I love running into our Disney community.
One of the ferries in the far coming back empty, I'm sure, headed back to the Magic Kingdom to pick up the next load.
You know, this is actually a much bigger boat than the ones we normally ride here. I kind of like it.
No, I like the little boats. I like the
Little boats are nice,
moving in
too.
the water.
It's a lot more intimate, and you do have the feel of the water a lot more in the smaller boats. We gotta do the tie-off. Little bump at the front, they're gonna tie off, and there'll be a little bump at the end. Are you ready? We'll let everybody safe to get off. We'll take our turn. You know, it's very possible, you mentioned that it might be faster than a monorail. It's very possible that's the case, especially if you're trying to take the express monorail at the time the park's closed. Oftentimes it is quite a long wait, and even now, so that only 2 parties are allowed in each cabin, 1 for each bench. It could take a lot longer than it normally would have in the past. So, and honestly, I don't mind a good walk afterwards as well. Thank you. Have a good night. Appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, it's so much cooler out here. Why does it seem so much cooler out here? See, on the boat, yeah. It was warmer on the boat. This is the dock area, just so you guys can see. If you guys just joining in, thank you for joining us this evening. We'd love for you guys to join the live streams. We normally will just stay in the park for the 3 hours, but we wanted to do something a little different tonight. So we're going over to the Grand Floridian. We're going to do a quick walkthrough so you guys can see it. It's going to be a little quiet, especially since the Grand Floridian Orchestra is no longer playing. And that's sad. Their last day as a band is tomorrow at Hollywood Studios. So
They just reopened the Grand Floridian, so
it is still new, just opened. Yep. And we're out here on the water. You can see the top of the castle. You can see the top of Space Mountain. Train station over there, and if I turn over here, you can see the ferry just pulling in over the Magic Kingdom. Over there is Contemporary Resort. Next to the left of that is Bay Lake Towers. Continue to turn. You're not going to be able to see all of everything that's over there, the TTC. It's on the other side of the island there in the middle. But over to my right here is the Polynesian. And of course, this is Narcosis. Is it Narcosis or Narcosis? You know, I never really say the name. I just always see it.
It is open and available
Yep.
for reservation.
They just now opened with the resort opened. It is a signature dining experience. So it's not your theme park pizza and hot dogs. So
But it does get great reviews.
rave reviews and, you know, I think a really good
Got
brunch.
a lovely view of the water.
It's one of the only restaurants that I know of that's like right there at the water as far as the monorail resorts are concerned. So I do not know, honestly, I don't know if the cafe is open.
We'll walk over and see. I think it is. Sarsaparilla Grove.
So for dining,
There you go. Take a screenshot, guys.
take a screenshot and then you got yourself a QR code, which I'm not sure how you could do that, but anyway, we'll find out. There you go. Dinner reservations are available. They are open. They do have a extravagant wine selection. Yeah, but this is the Gasparilla Grill. We used to come over here on a regular basis to grab a bite to eat. Quick service over here. One of our favorite stories was eating over here at quick service. Was one time we had the whole family over, and the boys ordered their kids' meals, and they got the cucumber and tomato salad. Now our daughter ordered something else for her side, and as soon as the food arrived,
And she saw their awesome salad.
she was just disappointed herself
Major FOMO.
because she realized she had made the wrong decision. And the cast member kind of looked at her face and was like asking her, like, you know, Princess, what's the matter? What's wrong? And she's like, I should have ordered the cucumber salad. It looks good. And I really wish I had done that. And she was really upset about it. So 5 minutes later, the cast member came back and presented our princess with her extra side of cucumber and tomato salad. And
Very sweet.
she loved it.
We didn't ask.
We didn't expect, we didn't demand. You know, it's kind of one of those things, well, it's kind of one of those things, well, honey, that was the decision you have to make. And, you know, next time we know that that's what you need to order. But it was great. And of course, you know, yeah, and honey, we put some coconut meatball sauce on it, and it was great. Oh. Yes, that's exactly why the cast members are the best. They, you know, it wasn't an idea of anything other than, and it was just a small little portion of salad, and it made her evening, and it made our family's evening, because all of a sudden she was happy and good again. And all it took was her, you know, her demeanor and her disappointment being noticed by a cast member, and them going out of the way to make a little Disney magic. So it really is the difference when it comes to the cast members here at Disney. I mean, it's sad, and it really hurts us to hear the story that it's been such a long time of period that Disney had to make the unfortunate decision to go ahead and lay off so many people for both Disneyland and Disney World. I think at Disney World, we're talking somewhere around 6,700 people being laid off. Our idea and thoughts is that we're hoping that we're going to be on the path to getting back to where we were before, as far as a normal park, as things get better. That as things open back up, some of our favorite cast members, those who are new, who've only been here for a while, and those who've been here for 23 years, like Yeehaw Bob Jackson, can all come back eventually. But it hurts, it really does. But at the same time, we try to stay positive in the fact that we're still extremely happy the fact that the parks are open, that unlike California, that we've had our parks open for 3 months, and that many of our cast member friends have been able to come back to work. So it's just trying to hold on to the goodness that we have as well, and hope that we can get back to a place where all of our cast member friends can come back as well.
Gasparilla Grill is open. They don't have an allergy menu, so we would have to go in and order. They have a Sally Whoopie Pie on the menu. And a Jack Skellington Pumpkin King cake pop.
Ooh, a Jack Skellington cake pop. That sounds like something right up my alley. So I like this place. This is actually right outside the Gasparilla Grill. Gasparilla Island Grill. And you can come outside and eat and look directly at the castle. And when there's fireworks, they actually do pump in the fireworks show. You can hear Happily Ever After played as you eat. So that is a good thing to do, especially if you've got a family member who doesn't like fireworks up close or doesn't do well with loud noises or needs special accommodations. Great way as a family to still enjoy the fireworks, hear the music, but not be right in the mix of it all. So it's a great suggestion for families who need a special accommodation as far as fireworks are concerned.
All right.
So can we go inside or can we have to order outside? Okay.
Normally that would be. Normally they want you to wait until your food is ready.
They're open till 10. Oh, it's so good to be back in here. Oh, look what I found. It's Mickey's. Mickey shells. So we've got a little bit of a different setup than we've had in the past. We'll see how this goes. Normally we would order, we'd get a notification that the order is ready. We could come in and pick it up.
Okay.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, Dad. How are you? So I need to avoid meat. So what's available?
Anything.
Anything. I love it when you guys say that. I just want to have to decide.
So Susan's going to make her order here. For
Can I do a flatbread on the flatbread pizza? The sausage and peppers.
Okay.
And can we put all our orders up together, or should we order
I give you
separately?
a ticket
And I can and just tell them there. Oh, perfect.
Can I have your last one?
Edwards?
Cheese?
EDWARDS.
So I'm flipping through as she's putting her order in. I'm looking to see what other
Perfect. Thank you, Dad.
Okay, so how are we going to do this?
We're going to come over here.
And put the order in?
Someone's going to ring it up now.
Okay, so we're going to ring it up directly. So I have to make a decision of what I'm going to get. Okay. So what do I want, guys? Let's see, something to eat. House-made macaroni and cheese, an artisan burger, chicken and brie sandwich, hot Italian sandwich, a roasted turkey sandwich, roasted ham sandwich. There's even an impossible burger for plant-based.
I made my decision. You're the decider.
That's what happens when you're,
There are a lot of good options. Did you want to add one as the Halloween dessert?
Yes, I do.
Which one?
Um,
You want the whoopie pie?
let's get the whoopie pie because that looks kind of cute.
Have one of the Sally whoopie pies. The Sally whoopie pie. It's on the Halloween menu.
Here, it's
It's hang on, let me find it. This one. Alright. So you want for your entree?
I think so.
Okay. So what do you want for your entree?
Let's get the roasted turkey sandwich. Chips, please.
Yes, a drink for him as well. That's it.
Are you paying cash or you
Here.
All right, so the dining room is a little bit more sparse than it would normally have been. They do have it to where certain tables are being asked not to be sat at, so only every other table is available for someone to sit at. Of course, with drinks, they do have tables set up to where you could come up. Cast members will get your drinks for you. Normally, you could come up and get a freestyle machine and order whatever drink you wanted. But at this point, we are making sure all of this area here is left off with the cast members so that no one is touching it except a cast member, just to make sure everything is kept safe for that reason.
They took my receipt.
Uh-oh.
Gave it to them.
You got a pager?
I think I got a pager.
What about, are they going to bring the drinks as well? Did we tell them what we wanted to drink?
Go get it.
We have to go up there and tell them.
And then I think someone will serve drinks with it.
Yeah, I think we need to walk over there.
Yeah, but we can't get drinks because we don't have the receipt.
I think if you walk over there, they probably will serve you. You ordered a drink as well? I don't know. Where should we sit? I just wanted to kind of show the whole dining room. Okay, that works. You just sit out. Door.
So you guys will get to see what it's like to get drinks right now at the resorts. It's a little different than it normally is. There's no self-serve drinks right now, so you ask someone, you tell them what you want and they fill it for you. So, hard-working cast members.
So why don't you walk up there and see if she can get your drinks for you?
I don't have my receipt though. They just tell her what we need.
I didn't have to have a receipt to get my drink yesterday. at
That's
Hollywood
true.
Studios. Pardon?
They've got drinks like waiting over there. Somebody ordered on
Yeah, it's a mobile order. All right, so since we're sitting down, do I know what I want? How about a peach Fanta Zero or peach yellow, whatever. It's a cool thing about being able to get freestyle machines. You can kind of pick and choose and get some different drink options for the most part. Instead of just the 5 or so you can get. But because of the fact that they don't want, guests just walking up and touching the machines, and the next person comes up and touches the machines, limiting touching of the machines by having cast members work the freestyle machines, the coffees, the teas, condiments, and stuff like that. So normally what would happen in a situation like this is you would be out front, you'd open up your My Disney Experience app, you'd make your order, and sometimes you can order it when we could have actually ordered when we were on the other side over by the Magic Kingdom if we wanted to. At that point, we would have just told them when we were arriving, we push in an app that we have arrived. They would prepare our food. And once we were told that our food is ready by the app, we would then be able to come inside and pick it up. Now, if you're like us and you have allergies and you have to prepare for an allergy meal, if they do not have an allergy menu listed in the app, what you'll need to do is just let them know at the door. You can come in and they'll take your order directly, either at a register or like we did up at the counter, and then they'll just put it through that way. So the best thing to do is, and this is a big tip, when you're looking for allergies, when it comes to a mobile order, at the very top of the little mobile screen, you'll see that all the categories for all the food is at the top. If you scroll through, sometimes it's kind of hard to find, but look at the top headers, look for the one that says allergy. If you click that, boom, it shows you all the allergy items. Sometimes those things at the top are hidden. They'll show you like the first 5 or 6, and then the rest of them are hidden. You'll have to look to see more or show additional. Make sure you click that, because if you don't, you can go searching for something that you just won't find. So we've kind of experienced that before as well. But Susan can go up, tell the cast member what she wants. The cast member will gladly prepare the drinks for us. Now you can see the little spaces there in front of the tables. Make sure that people are standing apart from one another as they're waiting. Now, to the right there, you have 2 drinks that have already been prepared, obviously from a mobile order. if and when you're ready for a refill, you have to go up. They basically will take your cup or give you a completely different cup. Now, one thing I like about the Gasparilla Island, as well as some of the other places here at Disney that are set up like this, is that before they started doing this, it was very easy for you to get refills. So when you're paying $4 for a drink, you can actually refill, which is for something for me, like when it's really hot, I only want something more than just one at a time. So if you're just joining us, we're here at the Gasparilla Island Grill. We're going to grab a quick bite to eat. We just thought it would be kind of cool to grab a Halloween snack.
Yes.
And we're going to, we can talk Disney, talk Universal, all kinds of stuff while we're sitting here.
Yep.
And so, hey, Drew in the moment, thank you for joining us. We're grabbing a quick bite here at the Gasparilla Island Grill. You guys can see here. We wanted to give you guys an inside view. This is just now reopened recently with the Grand Floridian. When we get done, we're going to walk into the lobby and show you some other things here at the hotel as well.
This is a location you would normally mobile order from, unless you're doing an allergy order. And I will say that this is consistent across every resort that we have visited. If you're in the parks, almost all of the quick service locations have an allergy menu that you can order mobily from. So it's pretty easy, unless you have maybe more than one allergy that you have to deal with, in which case you might still have to walk inside and talk to someone.
I was telling them the process about how you may sometimes see the allergy and sometimes you don't. You have to do the see more.
Yes.
So I was kind of explaining that as well.
But I'm
going to run over and wash my hands real quick because I've got 17 layers of hand sanitizer. So.
You've got to wash those off. I have yet to see any of the resorts have allergy pre-made items. And one of the reasons for that is they try to be really flexible with their resort guests. So if you're staying on property, they don't want you to have to choose. Like you would, say if you're in the park and there might be like 4 quick service locations and they have different items on the menu, and you can decide which restaurant you might go to based on the items available to you on the allergy menu. But if you're at a resort, normally there's only one quick service option and they want you to enjoy your meal. So if you were here when we first walked in and I was placing my order and I asked what was available, Dot told me everything's available. So, I just needed to let him know what I wanted, and I get variations of that pretty much every resort that I've eaten at. So oftentimes what I'll get in response when I ask what's available, if I can't do gluten or wheat, the response will be, well, what are you in the mood for? Or what would you like? And they try very hard to do that. So I've had them make grilled cheese sandwiches for me at All-Star Movies, they have on the menu at one point had a special deluxe grilled cheese sandwich that had like arugula and bacon and sliced tomato. It was amazing, but not technically gluten-free unless it's specially prepared. Other places they've made me special waffles or pancakes, or Chris is playing with us. But lots of so I like to eat at the resorts, and I will tell you, it does not matter. Is it deluxe? Is it the lowest of the low?
Cook's.
Except for Captain Cook's.
She doesn't like Captain Cook's.
As previously discussed,
They do mess her order up pretty much 80% of the time.
more than 80.
So
I think
I hate that because I really like eating at
cannot
Captain
remember
Cook's.
a single time that they've gotten my order right, unfortunately. So I don't know what's going on there. The food in general, I've heard great things about. And the food, once I get it and it's right, it's awesome. It's just very stressful for me.
But I will tell you this, I love, like she says, at the deluxe and even at the value resorts, there are times when we walk up and Susan was like, well, I need something that's gluten friendly. What can I have?
I'll ask for the menu and they'll be like, oh, well, what are you in the mood for?
Contempo Cafe at the Contemporary, they go, well, what do you want? I love that response. What do you want? We'll make it. We'll find a way to make it. Tell me what you want, we'll make it. Same thing with response here. She asks, well, what can I have? And he goes, well, what would you like to have? That's an excellent response. And for people who have allergies, to be able to walk into an establishment like this and have someone say, well, what would you like to have? I'll make it for you.
I mean, normally I go through life when we go out to eat, and I know that my options will be limited. And sometimes not only are they limited, but it's like
You almost like they
Like I'm putting them out.
you're
for
putting them out
asking.
of, yeah, it's like, oh my gosh.
Like it's an annoyance, which stresses me even more because I'm like, oh, they don't even want to do this. I hope that it's done right. I never get that at Disney. And like I said, some of my favorite meals have been at value resorts. So this is not oh, well, if you stay at the deluxe, they take care of you. No. All of their quick service resorts, they are so kind and helpful, and seriously, they do. What do you want? What
Pop
would you
Century.
like?
When we go to
What
Pop
are you in the
Century,
mood for?
we go to Everything Pop, and she walks in and asks for something. There's a couple of the
Art of Animation, Landscape
Oh,
of Flavors.
both
There's a
of
couple
those
of
are just-
chefs that
they're so
I
nice.
know by sight, and I see them. And the reason I remember them is because they are just so kind and generous. And I think they just take to heart the idea that if you're on vacation, you don't want stress, and so they're just trying to eliminate it in every area. So it's just a little thing that I love. You know what's interesting is, so we joke about the fact that when we come in places, people follow us. So there was not anyone in here before we came in.
not really.
And now there's like a line of people that are kind of hovering for their food. I will say this, if it's not raining outside and it's not like unpleasantly cold or hot, I know they would appreciate it if you didn't come in, because they are trying to keep everyone physically distanced, and when people hover, it's much more difficult for them to do that. So they're trying to follow the rules so that they keep everyone safe, because keeping everyone safe allows them to stay open. So
And normally we would probably even be eating outside now because it's very pleasant outside.
it is.
And like this time of night,
The tables were pretty full though. A lot of their tables have the little signs that explain that table is not available. Once again, for physical distancing purposes. So just like with the boat or waiting in the queue line, there's not as much space available. So when we walked in, there was maybe one table being used. So it just made sense to stay inside. Plus, it lets you guys see a little bit. I love the atmosphere in here. It's very relaxed. Unlike the lobby, which, like I said, makes me feel like I'm at Grandma's house and I better mind my P's and Q's. It's very relaxed
don't touch
and
the stuff.
comfortable here. Yeah, don't
touch anything, sit down,
Do
be
not
still, be
put
quiet.
your feet on the coffee table.
We joke, but we kind of say like the Floridians, like you said, staying at your grandma's house. There's something
It's
nice about staying at your
gorgeous.
grandma's house. There's a lot of nice stuff, and just don't touch it.
You know, like the
But-
Grandma's house where she has all the pretty figurines, but you better not touch them.
So
No, they are just to look at.
when it comes to dining here at Disney, because we spend a lot of time in the parks, but we want to talk with you guys. But what do you guys like? Where do you guys like to eat?
Where do you go?
What's your favorite quick service? We're not even talking like
Is that mine?
signature dining. What did you order?
My pizza. It looks like my pizza, but my pager hasn't gone off, so maybe it's not.
You have a special pizza though.
I did.
Um,
I think that's mine.
that might be yours. You may have to go page you.
It didn't page me.
But you don't want to just raise your hand. He's walking around looking for somebody.
He's looking for me. He's going outside with my food now.
When it says at Downtown Disney, I like the Black Tap and Asian street eats. You know, I've heard a lot about
I have heard
that
really
place.
good things about that.
Yes.
It's definitely on our bucket list if we make it out there. So they have a lot of really good restaurants, I will say this, at Disneyland and California Adventure. For being just 2 parks, there's a lot of dining options in each of them, both table service and quick service. Lots of amazing quick service and snack options. More than we have here, honestly.
of course,
they're kind of
if-
spread out through 4 parks here. So.
And if anytime someone wants to invite us to go eat at Club 33 at Disneyland, our addresses, email addresses are in the description. Just reach out. We'll
We
be
would
around.
be happy to
So,
make that trip.
Anybody else, as far as like where you like to eat, as far as quick service here?
Yep.
Whether it be at the value resorts, the moderate resorts, the deluxe resorts.
Do you have a favorite restaurant? Like, we didn't realize when we first started visiting, we tended to do most of our meals in the parks. And then over time, as we came more and more, we're like, well, we have to branch out. We want to try
We were
new
afraid to go
things.
to the resorts. I mean, honestly, when we first started coming here, we didn't go to the resorts because we were not staying at that resort. So our mindset is that if you didn't stay there, you couldn't go there. And that's something we've learned over
I
time.
really think
So,
that's nice.
are you looking for the allergy pizza? right over here.
Right here, yeah.
Yes. There we go.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much, Dot.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yay!
Oh, it smells so good.
Enjoy that.
Awesome. Thank you.
And you order something, sir?
Yes, I ordered everything else.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do have an order. I think.
Yeah.
You got a pager for that one, right?
Will it
Hold.
go off?
I need to hold it for mine. I think. Do I hold the pager for mine?
That's for his?
Here, I want to show you.
Perfect. All right.
Sorry. That smells really good.
It does smell really good. And
What is it?
It's the sausage and peppers. And normally it would be a flatbread, so a little puffier. They made it on the gluten-free crust, but still,
It smells really good. I would
Yes.
eat that in a heartbeat myself.
I love.
You know what?
their
You know what it
pizzas.
needs though. I think it needs some coconut curry
No.
meatball sauce.
No, it does not.
Yes, I
It
think
does
that would
not.
be good.
No, I think it's good just how it is.
I think so. I think we need to get her some coconut curry
No.
meatball sauce.
I say no.
I think we got some of that. It does smell
I love
good
this
though.
pizza. What my absolute favorite pizza on Disney property that I've had so far is at the Contempo Cafe. They have a barbecue chicken pizza, and it's the only time I've ever had a barbecue chicken. They actually use the chicken, gluten-free chicken tenders, so they're like breaded. So it's like crispy, and then they put this slaw on top, and then barbecue sauce and the cheese, and it is the most amazing pizza. Chris has even tried it, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, that's really good." And I don't miss. It makes me not miss pizza because I don't get to eat pizza very often. Anyways, and I'm
So
gonna eat
Ian
this 'cause
just
it's
hopped
hot.
in and says, "Hi, I got in here late. Can you tell me what restaurant you guys are in?" Certainly, Ian. Thanks for joining us tonight. We are over at the Grand Floridian. We wanted to share this experience with you guys, but of course we had to stop and give us something to eat as well. We are at the Gasparilla Island Grill. There's a quick service here at the Grand Floridian. We didn't know mobile order, but generally everyone will mobile order. Mobile order for allergies was not available, so we came in and made an order.
Yep.
Susan got her gluten-free pizza, a flatbread, and it's actually a
amazing.
pizza. It's not really a flatbread. It is. I'm going to kind of pan around so everyone can see. It's kind of they've spread out, taken out some of the tables, so there's lots of space in here. They're only allowing you to sit in every other seat, and lots of people are actually dining outside. The mobile order area, there's tables, so you can't walk up to the area. Normally, you could walk all the way up to where the booths are, or the little
I
areas
think
are at
you
the
might
front.
need to ask about your food.
So we'll. I don't even have a receipt. How do I order food? So, yeah, Ian, this is a great quick service place. We like it because normally we can get refills here on our own. They do have freestyle machines. Of course, right now they have a cast member manned, so that we don't have people lining up, getting two on top of one another and touching everything.
Yep.
So I am a little concerned because Susan ordered. She got the gluten-free stuff, but then
Now,
they took her
what may
receipt.
have happened is Dodd took my order and immediately went back and prepared it, but Chris's just went into the queue of everyone else mobile order.
That's true.
So that may be what happened there.
So
Because
hi,
mine was fixed in isolation.
Vicky's watching. Hi from, is that Connecticut? Love watching your videos, so helpful. Thank you so much. I hope that they are helpful. We try to have fun. We do a lot of stuff. Lots
We
of
want you
times
to
we're
have
here in
fun
the parks
but
with our
also
kids as
learn
well.
something. Yep.
And we do a lot of stuff. We don't always post times where we're doing stuff with our kids, but we have a lot of fun in the parks. We try to share that information with you guys so that when you're doing your planning, there's no surprises. I think that's the best thing. If you know what to expect, it kind of helps take off the stress
It
a
really
little bit.
does.
If you watch 5 minutes of this and you see kind of how the order is, so that when you get here and you order yourself, you can kind of go, yeah, I've seen that, I've done that, I know it. So hopefully that stuff is helpful. If you're still kind of jonesing to get into Disney, but you can't travel at the moment, we get that too. So,
Yeah.
kind of watching and
Give
kind
you a
of get
little
to be a
taste.
part of it helps out. We do that before we moved here. We did that on a regular basis. It was just a kind of idea of kind of seeing in other people's pictures and getting a feeling of what that was like. So if there's ever things we can help you guys out with as far as, any of your travel questions, reach out to us. You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook. It's Ear to Ear Magic there as well. We'd love to have you guys send us a message on Instagram or on Facebook. You can always send us an email as well. It's Chris Edwards at travelmation.net or Susan Edwards at travelmation.net. That's Travelmation. Travelmation, not nation.
Like animation.
Like animation, but Travelmation. Our emails are going to be in the description of our videos. If we can ever answer some questions, we can even give you free quotes as far as, staying on property and doing stuff at Disney or Universal. And if you do use us for travel, we don't charge service fees. We don't charge any of that kind of stuff. Here's the great thing. We are a small business. We help people with booking their travel. When we help them, you guys help us as a small business. We help you plan your trip. And Disney and Universal and whoever we're booking with, they actually pay us when you guys travel.
After you travel, we get a small.
So you pay the same thing as
for
if you
that.
do it yourself, but because we help you, we get a commission afterwards, and it's the same fee, and it works out well for everybody, I think. So
you don't pay any more than you normally would, but you get access to all of our.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much,
Perfect.
Dot. Okay, so now we can give this to you, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, the
Is that
whoopie
for you
pie.
only?
Yes, only for him.
She can't
I
have
can't
it, no.
have it.
I will tell her how.
Have this one.
Oh, thank you very much, Dot.
Oh, that's awesome. I love
Perfect.
these
I don't want
brownies.
she.
Anybody to
look at
go
you
without
when you
dessert?
eat dessert and she don't have any. You know?
Perfect.
Thank
Looking
you,
out for you.
Dot.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Have a great
Enjoy.
evening.
Receipt.
Oh, yes, thank you. So, that was just
That was sweet.
another
That was
magical
extremely nice.
thing.
All right,
Yes.
so
See?
I ordered one of the whoopie pies so that we could share with you guys.
And since Dot was
It's-
collecting it,
it's
he
Sally.
knew that I couldn't have
It's not
this.
gluten friendly, so she wasn't going to get to have a bite. So he brought her a dessert, a gluten free dessert. That's sweet. That's cast members right there.
And these are good.
So
These are really good.
and that's kind of stuff that happens just because cast members are great workers. We love cast members.
So the magic is not gone, guys. The magic is still here. What is that?
Mayonnaise?
It's got something in it though.
No.
It looks like orange peel or taste it.
Ew. Try it.
No, I don't think it would necessarily
This
taste
is
bad.
gross.
I just don't know what's in
Here,
it.
try
So.
it. I'll try it.
It might be good.
I'm sure it is good. All right.
So I don't think Chris mentioned, so the reason that our emails have Travelmation in them is that we work with an amazing travel agency, Travelmation. They're a platinum earmarked travel agency, so they, I want to
This
say
isn't a
there's-
fly-by-night
there-
organization.
There are only
They-
9 platinum travel agencies currently in the United States, so very small number of agencies.
They're really well known when
And
it comes to Disney World.
to earn
Disney
that,
knows
it's
them.
not just an amount about the dollars that they bring in, it's also about how they take care of their clients. So we have that amazing travel agency at our back helping us, and that allows us to help you. So we are so thankful that we have that opportunity to work with them.
So when we book travel, and sometimes people, I don't know if they understand this, we are actually with an organization that is recognized by Disney, and we have a special number that we call that, allows us to talk to and to deal with things that maybe someone who calls normally wouldn't have the opportunity to do so.
Yeah.
So we are grateful to be able to do that. But there's a napkin for you.
Thank you.
I always feel weird doing this part, like I feel like I hate to eat in front of people.
Hey, go grab something to eat and have a meal with us. It's ear-to-ear magic.
Yep.
Thank you. That would be awesome.
But yeah, you guys grab a bite to eat and join us here as we talk about it. But so that was extremely nice of Dot. I'm still blown away by that. It's a simple little gesture, but
So if you were going to eat at any quick service, which one would you choose? What's your favorite? Chris's is Captain Cook's, as he has mentioned previously. Oh, smoked salmon from Costco. I think that's way healthier than what I'm eating right now. But mine is still really tasty, so I'm not gonna complain.
So, I do like eating at Captain Cook's for the Thai coconut meatballs. The landscape,
Landscape of Flavors?
Landscape of Flavors
At Art of Animation.
is really good.
That's
a lot of
my
stuff,
favorite.
A lot of choices there.
They have not the same old things. I'm not saying that the same normal things are bad. I've had amazing burgers, sandwiches, pizzas at many of the resorts, but at Landscape of Flavors they have Mongolian fish that I've gotten that's gluten-free. They have the yogurt chicken, the Indian yogurt
Oh,
chicken.
not them.
It's not butter chicken.
No,
I'm blanking on the name of it.
not tikka masala. But
No,
something
they
like
put
that.
it in the stone oven.
Yeah.
So they have that, and they serve it with like amazing sides that aren't like French fries and chips. I
A lot of those
French
places,
fries.
they
You guys
change
know I
some of the
love them.
entrees. They change them out depending on what day of the week it is.
Yes. So you
My
can
kids
get
found
like
out-
Brussels sprouts and green beans.
Our kids found out that like, on Thursdays they would have certain things on Thursdays. So our son at that point would remind us on Thursdays, "Hey, Dad,
Maybe we could go eat
we
there.
go eat at Landscape of Flavors
We
because they have
could.
noodles today."
And they would remind us even like we have our Tables in Wonderland discount, and if you're eating at a value resort that does not have a table service option, then you get the discount at the quick service. So in the food court there, we get a discount with that. So he would always remind us, we can get a discount.
Get a discount there, Dad.
Discount. But it is amazing. So their sides like are really healthy. So they'll have like sauteed green beans or Brussels sprouts.
Do you think if you're going to some place that's called a food court, do you think that the food would be, food courtish?
Our kids love to do the build your own salad.
Oh, the salad bar there, they just love that.
So they have this salad bar, and they would just tell them everything they want on it, and it would just get piled high with all of these amazing toppings. Because
Oh,
our
off the
kids
side.
like all the things, and they would give them all the things. And I can't complain about that. They're eating a salad for their meal by choice. So I mean, just lots of fun options there.
So, Wani had mentioned that she wanted to go to the Beauty and the Beast castle, basically be our guest.
Be our guest. Currently, only open for table service for both lunch and dinner. So dining reservations, and it's a price fixed menu. I have heard no word about the Beast, but I don't think he's currently meeting anyone right now. But it is a gorgeous space. So
But keep in mind, we have an Instagram family friend of ours who, when the parks reopened, they went to go to Beauty and the Beast to eat it, be our guests. They went for lunch thinking it was going to be a table or a lunch service like
it's
it
normally
normally
a
would.
quick service order, sit
It was
down,
the price
they bring
fixed,
you-
and they had a $200 bill.
yes,
for
it's
lunch.
considerably more
So
expensive.
something to keep in consideration.
Because they had to socially distance, they didn't have as many tables. So knowing that dinner is very popular, they moved it to lunch as well. And they aren't serving breakfast at all right now. So but
Somebody had asked us the other day, we got a message, be our guest, can you just order a drink and be able to walk in and see the castle? First of all, it's not a walk in and order, it's a price fixed menu. So basically you walk in, this is the price to get
it's
in.
like you would pay for a buffet, except for it's just choices for appetizer.
We were talking about this.
Entree and dessert.
We think it's very possible that they may have started doing that because we think that many times people would say they'd get a table
And order a cupcake.
reservation and order a cupcake. So, you got a table of 6 people, they order a couple of cupcakes to eat it, but they just order it just so they can get inside and see the castle. And then you've got a server here who just, has, a cupcake order. And so I think they kind of nipped that a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's cool to get inside. I mean, you can hit that. You want to go inside this castle.
We understand that. It's kind of like when you know the secret inside little shortcut for something, and too many people do it, so they cut it off. we kind of feel like that might be what happened, unfortunately. Which is why some of our inside tips and secrets we don't share with you guys, because we love you, but we want them to continue to be inside tips and secrets. So
If something is really super secret, those are the ones in which we do share, but we'll share it with our travel clients when they come,
we can't share it publicly like
and we'll
this.
verbalize it, because if 20 people all of a sudden did it, then it might not work anymore. So don't be surprised if you book something with us and we say, all right,
It's a little secret.
and just keep it on the down low, because the first time 5 people walk up in the same hour and ask about
Yeah.
it, then they'll stop it.
Exactly.
But we share with you as much as we can.
But not very many of those.
No.
Generally, you guys get all of our stuff. Just little things like that if we didn't have travel clients, just no one would know about, because we know that if it got out, too many people knew about it, then it would be one of those, this is why we can't have nice things situations where it gets stopped because too many people are doing it.
Well, some things are fun, like the secret menu over at All-Star,
Yeah.
All-Star Movies.
We want to tell you guys about that, and they don't mind if we do.
I think we shared that on our last live stream as well.
Oh my gosh, this is so good.
This
And
ham
I'm getting
sandwich,
full.
this turkey sandwich,
Is it
has
good?
mandarin oranges on it. See
It's the
citrus?
mayo? It's the mayo.
No. It's
In addition to the mayo. Oh, yeah, there's actual mandarin oranges. But I think there's some in the mayo too.
yeah. They were like mandarin oranges inside the turkey sandwich.
That would not, I would think that wouldn't be good, but is it good? Kind of sweet,
It's good, but it's
sweet and savory.
You know how can something be slightly off-putting at the very beginning? Because you're like, well, that's a
You
weird
didn't know
flavor.
it was there.
Yeah, but it's got onions and
If you
mandarin
thought
oranges.
you were eating turkey, but it was really salmon. You might like salmon, but those first
Have you
few
ever had a
bites
turkey sandwich
might
that's
not
dry?
have tasted right.
Have you ever had a dry turkey sandwich? You bite
It's
into
not.
it, mandarin orange juice everywhere. It's not dry. Yes.
It's
Has that
not something
cranberry-
you were expecting,
That cranberry sauce effect.
which I love. I love like cranberry sauce or like that's like chutneys with like fruit and like onions or peppers. I love that kind of stuff. But you do have to be, it's good if you know that it's there, else it can throw you.
So, Earl of Sandwich. Do they have an Earl of Sandwich down in downtown Disney? Because at Disney Springs, they have the Earl of Sandwich. Love that place. Holiday turkey sandwich,
Year round.
year round. It is the turkey sandwich you make yourself on Thanksgiving Day for evening. It's got the turkey on it. It's got the stuffing. It's got the cranberry sauce. Oh, it's such a good sandwich. It's so good.
And he does not hesitate to eat it in front of me every time.
No shame.
It's one of the reasons I like to eat at Liberty Tree Tavern is because there are so many things that traditionally, if I'm not preparing the meal for Thanksgiving, I don't get to have. So dressing or stuffing, I don't normally get to have. If there's any like mac and cheese or pasta dish, I can't have that. If it's, you know, a casserole, like broccoli casserole or green bean casserole or all those things you think about at Thanksgiving, I can't have those. So it's kind of fun to go to Liberty Tree Tavern and have them prepare almost all the things for me. That's really fun. So I did find the other day a recipe for ooey gooey toffee cake, and it occurred to me that I could get, because the base of it, oddly enough, is a yellow cake mix.
Really?
And it occurred to me that if I could find a gluten-free yellow cake mix, which I have seen in our local Walmart a couple of times, like Pillsbury has one. It's like much more common than it used to be. And get substitutions for any other ingredients that might possibly have that. then I could make ooey gooey toffee cake at home.
Ooh, such a great dessert.
I missed that one. So pre-cutting out gluten from my diet, I had eaten that several times. It is really good. So I might have to do that sometime. If we do like some cooking at home, maybe I can do that while you guys watch. I don't think my cooking is very entertaining, but my friend Lauren says she could watch me cook or bake all day long, so maybe we'll get that back. Maybe we'll give that a go. Oh, that is so pretty. Y'all,
I'm not ready to get into it just yet.
oh my gosh, this whoopie pie is almost too pretty to eat. Like, think the ornately decorated sugar cookies you can get some places where you're like, oh my gosh, if I eat this, I ruin a masterpiece. Somebody's artwork is going in my mouth. That is totally what this is. You cannot look at it and not see Sally.
So you guys get to see, this is going to show up on Instagram later tonight, so you guys get to see the behind the scenes on this. This is the weird stuff
He's
that I
taking
do
the
for
pretty
Instagram.
photos. Insta is all about the pretty photos. You gotta get it at the right distance with the right background.
The things we have to do for Instagram. They're unforgiving, they really are.
It's true. It's so cute. And he's still not done. He'll like have to make them even prettier. Oh, what'd you do?
I switched. Oh no, I got people in the background. Oh, and I got icing on me.
The sacrifices he makes for his work.
Ah. It seems so silly, doesn't it?
He's going to show you what it looks like in a minute. He can't
The
eat it
cookies-
yet, though.
The cookies feel really soft. I don't know, is it a sugar cookie? I hope so, but it feels like the
I think
kind
it
of
is a sugar cookie.
the consistency of sugar cookies that I really like.
Like those soft ones.
Oh, they're so soft. I mean, it's like it's squishy. It's squishy, and I shall call him Squishy, and he shall be my squishy.
See, isn't that pretty? It's so pretty.
It's got a little the buttercream and oh, I can't wait to get into this.
But he hasn't
kinda
finished
jumped
his
ahead.
dinner yet.
I'm not part of the Clean Plate Club yet.
I don't know if I'm going to make it to the Clean Plate Club. This is a lot of pizza.
So,
And I still have that amazing brownie that Doc
Ronnie
brought
says a
me.
black tap at Downtown Disney has an insane monster milkshake with cookies and candy and things. Yes, I've seen those milkshakes from the black tap. Oh, they look great.
They look amazing.
The closest thing we have here is Beaches and Cream.